Hello, bots, our dear sweet friends.
This
Come.
weird high.
Come sit with us by this metaphorical fire.
It's hot. Does anyone wait. I've got marshmallows.
Burn the bots!
Does anyone want
What?
metaphorical marshmallows? We can
I'll
make
take
metaphorical
metaphorical
s'more.
Yeah, I'll have
I'll put-
metaphorical s'mores.
I'll put some in my metaphorical hot cocoa.
Don't set it on fire.
Oh
Okay.
no!
What a weird
Podcast
bit
is
we...
ablaze.
Oh no!
Oh
no!
no! Stomp on it!
Oh dang.
What a weird bit we've opened this on.
No.
It's the cold open.
Hey
It's the
everybody.
Actually, it's the hot open. Yeah.
Hey.
Oh, look at that. It's the angels coming to ascend Shay to the next plane of comedy reality.
Goodbye, Shay.
Bye.
I've peaked. I'll never make a funnier joke again. Bye.
Okay. Hey everybody. Our delusions aside, welcome to whenever. I think this will be 41 because I think Finn will be 40. I think this will be the 41st episode.
It's not really episode.
We count in the technical lineup. 3DMs managed to make it as numbered episodes, so whatever.
I guess, yeah.
I think we're just bad at math.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
I'd rather let iTunes handle the numbers than me. Anyway, we decided since we're walking into Arc 4, to take some audience questions, to spend some time as a cast chatting about our world and story, and just taking the load off, honestly. So I have collected in these 2 pieces of printer paper my notes, questions from our Discord server, questions from our Instagram, questions from other Discord servers, as well as a bunch of fun stats and just random things that I think you'll enjoy. I wrote some questions for everybody, and how do we want to do this? Because we have the questions, and we could start with those. We can go timeline-wise, or we can just rapid-fire these questions off and kind of tangent when we wanna. Like, what are we feeling?
I don't know. I guess.
Why don't we just start off reading them?
Yeah, let's pop off some questions, and then maybe we can get into like some announcements and stuff, and then go back to some questions.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So I'm going to start with the questions from our Discord server, if that's all right with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So, hold on. Yes. Our first set of questions. Is Arc 4 the final arc? And this is kind of a trick question, because yes, but also no. Arc 4 is going to be the final arc for Campaign 1, which I'm still working on an official title, but in my head it's the Tundras of Timshul.
Oh, I like that.
I always thought it was just called the Night Council. I thought it was the Night Council arc.
Anyway, I don't know. It's up there.
We've just been calling it the Frostwalkers.
We really have, but that's gonna have to stop being a thing because Campaign 2.
Which we'll talk about that later, though. This is it. We're answering questions from Campaign 1 first.
Oh yeah,
yes.
That Campaign 2 is definitely to be tail end of our.
Slow your roll, B.
Slow your roll, friend.
Yeah, slow your dice rolls.
But my point being.
The angels! They're here again. They're here for Livy. Join me.
Goodbye, my friends.
Arc 4 is going to be the final arc of our first campaign, which will probably clock out Campaign 1 at about a year real time, which for a first campaign feels right. We started in really it's over a year if you count recording schedule as opposed to posting schedule.
Yeah.
But people only care about the results, damn it.
Yeah.
Anyway, banking off of this is, are we happy / proud of the stories we've told? Which is such a loaded question.
No, it sucks. No, I'm joking.
Yeah,
No, we all hate it.
fuck this kid. We're literally doing it for the money. Fuck you.
Yeah.
What money?
I don't know.
Sponsorship, baby.
It's
Oh yeah,
sarcasm.
just our. Can't you tell how much money we have by just the like?
The great quality of everything.
Yeah,
Even
just
our
the amazing,
If we
amazing
had
audio
money-
quality.
If we had money, I could buy better jokes.
That one was a pretty good one, though.
That was pretty good. So
See, it's
So-
hard because it's like on the one hand, I don't want to be mean, you know, because we put a lot of effort into this podcast, but I mean, like, it is just a fact that we do have a lot of audio issues, and
Yeah,
it's
that's just our
because
lives.
we're a bunch of college students or like college age students, except for Kat, who's 16, and
But I keep forgetting that fact.
yeah,
I'm
blew my
baby.
fucking mind.
yeah, and we just like we have no money. We'd like to have money, you know, like
It'd
maybe
be nice
one.
if we had money.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, like maybe one day we'll be able to afford super nice mics and recording equipment, but for right now, we're kind of just working with what we have.
And you spend
Oh.
on Patreon. Anyway, but back to the actual question: are we proud of Campaign 1?
Yes,
Absolutely.
I'm extremely proud of Campaign 1.
I'm very. Kat, your silence concerns me.
I was letting you talk.
No, go for it.
No, you get to talk. You're part of our family now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Please do.
Oh, you're gonna make me emotional. We just started like 5 minutes ago.
Yes.
I am,
Yes.
as a long-time listener of the podcast, I am very, very proud of this campaign. Extremely. And I think it's even more amazing that I'm a part of it. I've said this so many times, but it still
Aw.
stands. I never thought I'd get here, and I love you guys. Sorry to get
Aw.
sappy
Aw.
this early.
Oh no,
No.
it's okay, it's good.
Start the sappiness. Start us off strong.
I feel like this is gonna be so sappy, like the whole thing.
Yeah, but yeah, I think I'm not going to speak for everybody here, but I think the general consensus is that we've never really done something this successful with our creative endeavors before, and
Yeah. Yeah,
it's
that's a good way of putting it.
and it's just
Yeah.
crazy to see the world we've created expand to something more to other people, you know. And it'll be amazing to see how stuff grows in the future. So I think it's safe to say we're all incredibly proud of Campaign 1. And of the
Oh.
story
And
we've
as
told.
for like it like even having an effect on people, someone random like joined our Discord like months ago and they said, "Wow, I love this podcast. Sorry's like my favorite character." And I just like I straight up cried for like 5 minutes.
Oh,
I was just
Aw.
like, "Oh, a character I made like as a joke. Someone likes it." First off, what's wrong with you? Have you seen her?
she's a
She's a
chaos
disaster.
spider.
She's just a chaos gremlin.
A beautiful chaos gremlin that's hard to say. Chaos gremlin who we love.
I'm
Yay.
gonna make that a race now.
A chaos gremlin?
A chaos gremlin.
Anyway,
It's a good race to be.
I agree. Moving on.
Oh, I wanted to say something.
Oh,
Say
go for
the
it, go
thing,
for it.
say
Yeah.
a thing.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, I just wanted to say, like, it's been really crazy being a part of this podcast. Like the way that I became a part of it, I guess we can get into a little bit later, but was so like just completely by chance and luck, really. And I've just watched it evolve into what it is now, and become so close with all of these people who I've like never even really met in person, and it's crazy to have that kind of connection with people online. I think it just kind of goes to show that like if you find like-minded people who are creative and really care about what it is that they're doing, you can kind of do anything.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I'm gonna mix some up a little bit because Pixie sent us a block of questions. We also got blocks of questions from the people, so I'm gonna mix them around a little bit. If that's cool with everybody.
Yeah, go for it.
So this next question comes from Valehaven Studio, who asks, any advice for a new podcaster?
Oh, just start like doing it, but also like have a lot of fun. Do it with people you can like laugh with and relax with and you're comfortable with.
And then it's not
Because otherwise it's incredibly awkward and scripted and bad.
Yeah.
And just not a good time.
And that's true for like even non-actual play podcasting. Just like
do it with friends.
Yeah, really.
Do it with people who can make you laugh.
And honestly, do it. That's my advice. If someone's saying, what do I do to start podcasting? Start podcasting. That's it.
Just like get your microphone or your computer. That's what I did for a while. Just do it, I guess.
And there's a lot of services that do it for free now, like Anchor and everything. Like, there's no shame in starting small. That's what everyone does. So you don't need to have a degree or anything to get this going. You just gotta. Moving to our next question.
Oh,
Can Pixie...
you guys keep...
Oh, sorry. What were you gonna say, Shay? I'm sorry.
Okay, I think it's just because I'm the last in the...
It's just that I don't want to harp on it because we have a lot of questions.
I know. I don't know. I think if we go down the chat, each person gets to say a little something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just gonna say that that's definitely been a lesson that I've had to learn is just do it, because I am guilty of being I'll admit I'm guilty of being a perfectionist sometimes, and there's this part of me that's like, oh man, like I wish we had the best recording equipment and spent like hours and hours writing every session, because when I wrote the Asylum session, I spent a super, super long time writing it out because I was so anxious about like it needs to be perfect. But I think the success of our podcast has come from the just do it mentality. It's just, I think that we just care so much about the story that I think everything else is kind of secondary. I don't think it.
And even the characters too.
Oh, 100%. I think being a part of this has really proven to me that you just need to do things, even if you're afraid it's not going to be perfect, doesn't matter. Just do it, because if you really care about it, there's a good chance if you really care about it and you just go for it, there's a good chance that it probably will be successful.
Yeah. Anything you want to throw in, Kat?
No, I think I learned pretty much everything from you guys.
Fair enough. That's fair. I'm gonna go through a couple of like yes/no questions to just burn them off because there's a couple that are super easy.
Fair.
I'm gonna burn those.
Is this a quiz show questions?
They feel, a few of them feel like it. Can Pixie recap campaign 2?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Please.
For sure. Please do.
Please. Oh, Pixie, I am begging you. You're amazing.
So that, defo, just do it, Pixie. We love you. Are bagels round toast? Fuck you.
Bagels are so much better than toast.
They're just
feel
like round bread, though.
Getting controversial up in here.
No, a donut is round bread.
But
A bagel is a bagel is a denser bread.
Well, so it is a round bread.
It's a round.
Well, no, it's all. I guess it could
Everything
all be
is
classified.
bread.
Well, it could all be classified like donuts, bagels, and bread could all be classified as bread.
Bread.
So yes, a bagel is round bread, but I also think a bagel and a donut have like particular ingredients that make it more than just like round
Different.
toast. Yeah, because you could just cut a piece of toast into a round shape and it wouldn't be the same as a bagel or a donut.
Yeah, but if you put bread dough in a circle, you put it in a fryer, it just becomes a donut.
Well, no, because you have to add like sugar and stuff.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
I have made donuts. I have
Pixie!
seen my friend's mom make donuts.
What have you done to us, Pixie?
What did
Without
you do?
sugar? Wait, without sugar?
Holy
You
shit.
put the sugar on after.
Okay, but
Like
yeah,
the
but you still have to
glaze and
add
stuff
sugar.
like that. Bread has sugar in it.
Oh my god.
We can't keep talking
Moving
about
on
this.
to the next question before we start. We were just happy. We were so happy, Candy. I'm gonna turn this car around.
Pixie, the answer is fuck you.
Basically.
No.
Okay.
You've incited my rage for bread, apparently.
Somehow. Oh, this is
We're
the
very
controversial
passionate
one.
about bread here.
Yeah.
And I can't even eat it.
Okay. Will we see the aisles again?
Maybe?
Eh.
I don't know.
Mm.
Did Sorry see the aisles?
I don't know, dude. But maybe. Like,
Please?
I'd like to do that. I don't. We'll get there. I'm just gonna say, hold on to that one. Put that one in your pocket.
Shrug emoji.
Yeah, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Things you can't live with during the pod things you can't live with during. Fuck. Okay.
Just
Things
take a deep breath.
Things you cannot live without. Things you cannot live without during podcast recording.
Oh, I think I know what they mean. Like, what are things that you have to have with you while you're recording?
I have to have a cup of tea.
Same!
Bottle of water, baby.
I have to have both. In early podcast recording days, I had to have a cup of tea and an entire glass of water. And now I've just taken to only having the cup of tea and just letting it cool off and sipping it slowly. Because I had so many cups on my desk at one point. I had like 7 cups and it was bad.
Oh, actually, you know what I do? I have a I went whitewater rafting like a year ago. This isn't supposed to be like a flex. I'm sorry if it sounds that way.
Let it be. That's cool.
Thanks. But I got this really cool little travel mug type thing. It's kind of like a thermos, sort of.
Mm-hmm.
But it's super, super nice because it's for outdoors. It doesn't get too cold. If you put something super hot in it, the outside doesn't get hot and burn your hands, so that's great.
The thermos like that is amazing.
And I just put all of my drinks in that. Like any kind of drink, I just drink it out of that because firstly, it saves on plastic, and secondly, it's just awesome to have, and also you don't have to keep going back and getting like another cup of tea. You just have one giant mug of tea. That's what I do. I just have a literal mug of like, well, not even like a mug, like a thermos of tea next to me while I record. Although I didn't used to do that. I used to just go straight into recording with just like my dice and no water, no tea or anything. But I have a bad habit of saying like all the time that I've been trying to break, and someone suggested every time you want to say it, take a sip of tea. So I've been trying to do that.
That's a good way of doing it because I had so many weird words that I would say because I would always say, but yeah, before any sentence. And I didn't notice I did it until my mom said, "Hey, Livy, you say that all the time. What's your deal?" And then I became so self-conscious about it that I stopped.
Mine is, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we noticed.
But
Anyway.
It's funny though.
I almost said it and I caught myself. But B, I feel like even when B says it, it's noticeable, but it's not annoying. people have pointed out the light. I come from California, and everyone's specifically Southern California, where all the beaches are, and so people have pointed out to me my whole life that I say like all the time, and I've been trying to break that habit forever, and I feel like I finally am, and it's because of this podcast. It made me, listening to myself made me realize just how much I say it and how much I need to stop.
So, moving back to the crux of the question, I have a weird one, but DMs, it'll save your life. I downloaded a free app on my phone called D&D Spell 5e. That's just all you have to search. It has like a feather with a book
I
around
have
it.
it too.
It has all the spells, all the rules, and it's a search engine for your spells. It's beautiful because
It really is.
it is a lifesaver. So I have my phone and that app pulled up constantly during recordings.
Oh my gosh. What is this app called? Because
It's
I
just
need
called
it.
D&D Spell 5e, and it's a free app, and you can make a character on there and store all their spells in the
I'll
app.
send a
Okay.
picture in chat of the app.
Yeah. So moving on from Kat, do you have any like things you need besides tea?
I have a special Frostwalker's notebook that I take notes in.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll have to send a picture to it sometime. And then I also have some Warlock spell cards. And I always have a blanket because heck yeah, why wouldn't you?
Because cold.
Yeah, and then I have tea, and then I also have a cup of water because I have to balance it out so I don't burn myself.
Fair enough. Moving back, rapid fire, baby. We gotta run. We got Sonic speed.
Gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast. Length of arc 4.
Question mark.
Question
Yeah, I
mark.
don't know.
Shrug emoji.
It's gonna come
Who
down to player
knows?
choice. It's gonna come down to player choice, as with a lot of things.
I say
Yeah.
let's do a 20 episode Sorry arc
Oh my god.
where it's narrated by Cooper the Copper Pseudo Dragon.
I would live for that. But
Maybe a
let's
one shot.
I don't know.
anyway.
I just said that randomly.
Let's see.
I have a feeling this
a
arc's
Rose
gonna be
episode would be
long
funny.
though.
Yina
If
asked a really weird question that I wish I could have gotten more context for. It's just
Okay.
it literally just
say
says,
it.
so back in Take a Hike, please tell me Caleb Probs saw some like weird eldritch horror that wasn't mentioned, because that always happens in stories like that.
And
don't
Take a
remember-
Hike.
I don't remember.
I don't
what
know our
scene she's
episode
talking
titles.
about.
I'm really bad.
That's the one with Abix. That's the team.
Oh wait, that's
the one where it was
that-
just you, me, and Avon. Yeah,
see, I don't pay attention to the episode titles.
that's fair.
I'm there for recording. Sometimes I catch up and listen to other recordings that I wasn't there for.
That's fair. No, that's
But
fair.
like,
The episode titles for me are just my chance to flex my pun muscles. Anyway,
good. I'm proud of you.
I
So-
like all the titles a lot. I think they're all very good.
I'm gonna say I don't remember what scene you're talking about. So when you listen to this, Yina, please tell me what scene you're talking about, and I will comment more.
Will you say the question again? Just
Yeah,
for
in
my sake?
in Take a Hike, the episode with me, and Avon, did Caleb see an eldritch horror during some weird eldritch horror that wasn't mentioned, because that always happens in stories like that? I don't know what
in stories like that where they were camping on the road or something like that, maybe.
I mean, it's D&D. There probably were some random encounters we glossed over, because why?
Just why bother?
Anyway, a lot of these are like any future stuff you want to share, so I'll save those to a locket at the end.
Okay.
If you could go back to the start, what would you tell yourself?
Don't be awkward. Stop. Just like channel sorry and go with it. Because I didn't learn how to do that until many, many episodes in.
That's fair. That's just true.
And just like episode 2, well, that's the first episode I'm in, so I just call it episode 1 naturally.
Fair.
Mhm.
I'm like looking back on the first interaction we all had as players, and I'm just like, it's so cringe. It's awful.
But it's also really funny because I personally I think it fits. I think it's really funny how
It does fit,
It
and it's
seems
funny,
like-
but like, oh my word.
it just seems like every new person our characters meet, inevitably it's extremely awkward. We're just not good at talking to new people, and I always think it's so
We
funny.
aren't.
So, Kat, what would you tell yourself if you could go back?
There is literally no reason to be nervous because these podcasters are just a bunch of ding-dongs.
Thanks.
Aw.
But I mean it in the most endearing way possible. I was so nervous at the beginning.
I took it as a
it was-
compliment.
It was insane.
Yeah,
But-
we're so intimidating.
I'm not gonna lie, kinda, but
Oh
What? Why?
it's just I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's just the adrenaline, and
Kat,
it's
I'll
just
help you out. I'll help you out. How tall are you?
5'3".
Oh, okay.
Oh my word, I'm taller than you by 1/4 of an inch.
Okay. Well, I'm
You have to-
5'2", so I was expecting most of the time people are a lot taller than me. So
Rev's
That's
taller
fair.
than all of us.
yeah.
Rev is scary tall. She's amazingly tall. I wish I was that tall.
I'm short, so
Uh,
I make tall characters.
Fair enough. I would
I'm
tell
short, so I
myself-
make I'm short, so I make characters who are shorter than me or taller than me.
when it comes to
So,
the thing I
yeah.
tell myself is I'd port over literally all my DM knowledge I know now then to make every episode good. And
But
that's
all
not-
the episodes are good.
And Shay, what is your one thing you would tell yourself looking back?
Oh gosh. Probably
I kind of feel like
just
all of ours is unanimously chill out.
Yeah, I would say that's probably mine as well, is just just don't think so hard, you know?
Yeah.
Just
Mhm.
don't think so hard about, oh my gosh, did I play my character right? Oh no, the audio's clipping. Shit, there's dogs barking in the background.
So-
Like I would have just told myself just like chill for all of that because it's gonna be okay.
Valhaven also asked, "What do you wish someone else told you?" And I feel like the answer is also chill out. So I'm gonna
Everything will
lump
be
those together.
okay.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Favorite moment besides the resurrection of Anna?
Ooh. When we killed Edgar.
That was fucking glorious. Yeah.
That was pretty funny.
Kat.
I
any
also-
favorite moments
I
besides
also
the-
I
Oh,
just
sorry.
I also really loved Finley's introduction scene.
Finn's first scene was fucking funny.
It was
very
gold.
funny.
Oh, thank you guys. I'd say, man, it's really hard. I have quite a few favorite favorite moment that I was not in would have to be episode, literally the first episode, introduction of Calum to the rest of the party, because he was just so chill. They're like, they're like, what are you like doing here? And it was just so hilarious. It's like, isn't that the prince? It's like, what's he doing in this tavern? And then the literally the first character that I heard of was someone named Throckmorton, and I'm like, that's it. I'm listening to this forever.
I love it.
Shay, what's your just moment?
I don't know. I definitely do like Caleb's intro a lot because I just think it's the perfect intro for his character. There's like a little bit of build up because you see these two big like beefy guards in front of him, and everybody, like, the whole mood in the tavern changes. And then there's just this tiny little elven prince, and he's like super awkward and sweet, and like gives the first step to Shira because he doesn't want to, like, he's too nice. It's just the perfect intro for his character, so I definitely like that scene a lot. There's also another scene in the first episode that just kills me every single time that I listen to it, and it's when Caleb is sending us off for the first time, you know, on our very first adventure, and he's like, normally people, when they send off an adventuring group, they'll break some champagne on the side of a ship, but I don't have a ship, and I'm too young to drink champagne, so I have this fizzy cider, and I'm gonna break it on the side of this tavern.
Oh,
and then he does.
Oh, baby.
And then like Bakasha or Basil or someone yells at him from inside the tavern, like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "I'm hosting an event." And it's just, I don't know. And then he's all sad that he doesn't have fizzy cider anymore. That scene is so funny to me. It's not my favorite scene, but definitely one that makes me laugh really hard. I think my favorite scene that I haven't been in was actually in Take a Hike. Just the little moments between Sari and Calum and Abix are just like, they're so sweet. They're so sweet. They just make me feel all the feelings. Same thing with the conversation between Calum and Andre in the which one is that? The check and mate, I think? Yeah, check and mate. That's a really good moment too. It's hard to choose. There's so many moments that I really like.
My favorite moment in recent history is when Shay remembered what her spells did and polymorphed the big bad evil guy of the arc. That was
You're welcome.
because going from someone who thought wild shape was a spell, not a class feature, to where you are now, pride.
Oh, thank you. That means a lot.
Yeah, so that moment stuck out. What were you gonna say, Kat?
Thanks.
I do have like one little quick thing. The favorite scene that I was in was my first ever appearance was on Frostwalkers as Valerian. The Malsum speech was absolutely chilling. It was such a visceral experience to be there in person. It was so good. The speech was just so enthralling.
Oh my god, yeah.
Favorite.
I don't know how I forgot that one. Yeah, no, that's definitely, that moment was the moment I was just like, oh my god, B is so good at role playing. Teach me.
I know. It scared me.
Like, I remember I was having this conversation with B, and I was like, you have to write these monologues, right? Like, you have to at least have an outline. He was like, no, I just come up with them on the fly, and I was like, fuck you.
How dare you?
I wish I had the power. I wish I had the forethought to put like a skeleton together. Like, that requires like patience and manpower and effort and like thinking.
But it's so impressive that you can just like come up with such a good monologue just off the top of your head. Like, literally every line that Oleta said in the Asylum one shot, I wrote that shit because I was afraid that I wouldn't be able to talk like Oleta is supposed to talk.
In fairness, I've had a crash course in role playing for the last year, so
yeah, that's true.
Role playing for the last year, so try Someone by Fire for a year and watch them come out with a few catalysts. Anyway, moving quick, gotta move quick, gotta go fast. Your least favorite character? Ooh, this is a controversial one.
Oh.
Your least favorite character, the character you wish would die, or you're glad is dead.
Character I wish would die. Oh. Part of me is like, there's so many I wish would die. And then I'm like, there's not really. There's like none. I guess the bad guys?
Fair. I think the idea was more as like, is there a character that's like not a villain who you're supposed to hate, who's like you just don't like?
None that I can think of at the moment. I'm just like cycling through the million NPCs.
I got one that isn't an NPC.
Oh, go for it.
Spy, don't kill me. Jitai.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Why?
I have an extreme love-hate relationship with Jitai. I love him so much. But also, he's such a cocky little bastard. I want to fight him in hand-to-hand combat.
This is because of taking out Corvin's eye, isn't it?
Don't call me out like that. Sorry.
Yeah.
So how the tables have tabled.
Yeah. Little behind the scenes secret. I think the entire reason Corvin is like kind of a good guy now is because Kat and B were like, we just like him. He needs to be.
We don't have all the facts.
I like him, but I also hate him. Corvin.
Yeah, no, that was the intended purpose, so I guess I'm glad. But no, it's just that scene from The Office. You don't have all the facts. What do you mean? I love them.
That's literally how it is.
True, fair.
Yeah, although the thing about Corvin that's interesting though is he was never like really a bad guy. He just kind of had a different way of doing things, I guess.
Violence.
He was all, in fairness, he was a douche nozzle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was absolutely a dick, and he did shoot my boy in the wing, and that was shitty. And he also said some really mean stuff about his dad.
He said was some kind of really mean things to me.
He was definitely an asshole.
I'm not gonna be his friend anymore, and he can't sit by me at lunchtime.
I feel like
he is not invited to my birthday party.
I feel like Frostwalker villains go into one of two categories, and they're giant monster and
Twink.
Edgy dick. Yeah, Twink. Yeah. But
no, we can't do this again. I already was like, I spent like a very long time after making that joke, like, oh no. Was that an okay joke to make? I think it's fine.
In fairness, the precedent I'm setting here is, on the one hand, you got the Order Behemoths, you got the Malsum, and then in the other corner you have Oko and Corvin and Aster and all of our villains who are like
just little shits.
Yeah, basically.
But redeemable little shits.
Redeemable little shits.
Yeah, redeemable little shits.
Except for Oko.
Yeah, except for him.
Literally fuck Oko. He fucked over Standard in MTG too. I don't want Niv Mizzet turning into a 3/3 elk fucking MTG arena. Fuck off. Anyway, the trials and tribulations of an angry Izzet player. So yeah. Least favorite episode.
Ooh.
Was there just an episode that just didn't shine above the others?
Episode 3 is one of those.
That's fair.
I don't know. I kind of like episode 3, to be honest. I mean, it was really.
There are bits of it that I like, and there are bits of it that I don't like.
Mm-hmm. I feel like it's talked about the most. It's like left the biggest impression.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because it changed. That episode changed the entire course of what was going to happen in this story.
Yeah, and I like that. That was neat.
Yeah.
I think. Okay. Damn. I'm trying to think. I think, for me, the episode I wish I could go back and rewrite or do better. You know?
Mm-hmm.
It's a weird choice, but I just remember nothing about Rowan's birthday episode.
I remember so much about Rowan's birthday episode.
Fair. I guess it's different for everybody.
Going back to, like, the characters we don't like, I apologize to somebody, but he ain't gonna listen to this. Evander. is one of those characters I don't like him very much. He was rude to Sorry. I didn't like that. No. He's good. He's good from an outsider standpoint, but from a Sorry standpoint, no, he's a big, stupid jerk face.
From that episode actually has the character I always forget exists.
Which
And
is?
that's Pyrrha.
Oh my god, yeah.
I completely forgot she existed.
Who?
Well, yeah, because Pyrrha was a character that my friend made.
Oh my word, yeah. Your bird friend.
What? Oh
Your
yeah,
bird
my friend. Yeah, my friend who had
all the birds.
Yeah, my friend who had all the parakeets. Yeah.
That's literally all I remember about that.
Well, yeah. Yeah, that was
character
my.
got stoned. That's all I remember.
Yeah.
The character got what?
They got stoned in the Feywild.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you meant stoned like
No!
Oh no, like video,
Like,
medieval.
I've been watching this show with the kids that I babysit on Tuesdays. It's called Superbook. These two kids go back and they relive Bible adventures. I got to watch an animated version of a stoning.
Oh my god!
He died on screen.
Sounds
It was
fun.
horrible.
Oh my god. I mean, okay,
Nice.
I've talked before about how I think that cartoons are like, I like the old kind of dark cartoons by like Don Bluth and stuff. That's a little too dark. That's taking it a little too far.
This is a new 3D animated feature.
What the fuck?
VeggieTales,
This is for kids?
VeggieTales.
This is for kids. Y'all just go look up Superbook. It's got
Oh my
it's
god.
historically accurate and stuff like that with like the character designs and jazz and like all the biblical stuff.
I'm
But
terrified.
oh my word. I'm like, okay, the oldest kid in here is 11. The youngest kid in here is 1.
Oh my god.
All
Well,
right, let's watch a guy get stoned.
oh my god.
So when you said when you said Pyra got stoned, I immediately went, "Oh no, that's a horrible way to die."
No.
Like,
No,
was it
he
cheesy
got
for
high.
the animation? Because I need the image of like the really weird early 2000s 3D
Oh god,
animation.
B, no.
Because I need it to be in like black and white with what you say played over it.
Oh god, B, why?
That you only met.
Anyways,
Good
gosh,
comedy.
I forget what the question even was. Least favorite episode
least favorite
or
episode.
character?
Least
Okay.
favorite episode, yeah.
Oh, is it my turn?
If you want to answer, you can forgo it. Don't got it.
Okay. I don't know. It's so weird. There aren't really any characters that I've just like not liked.
I think episode is where we're at.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're asking episode questions.
Okay, sorry. I got confused. So, I don't know. I've listened to all of the episodes a whole bunch of times. I guess like episode 8 I think is just I like parts of it, but it's not
I don't
super
remember episode 8. Is that Hidden
Yeah,
Delilah?
like that's like no, episode 8 is the one where Caleb got poisoned.
Episode 8 is the one where revealed Ace.
I'm
and I
just
think
gonna
that's
go
the-
look in the podcast app.
Yeah, and like
figure out
that
what one
that
is.
part was cool. The part where he revealed Ace was pretty cool. But I don't know, like I just
Yeah.
feel like people just don't remember anything else that happened in that episode.
Was that
See,
the one
I
with
think-
the
That was the one with Lee when she was Rue. That was her second time as Rue.
And Leah's Rue was amazing. I love
Yeah.
I just for whatever reason that particular
think it's
episode I
because
feel like
7
people
and
just
8
don't
Hidden
remember.
Delilah was episode 5, so I don't know what
Yeah.
I was thinking.
I think
Yeah.
7 and 8 blur for people, and I think that's the thing.
Yeah.
Because 7 and 8 take place over like the same evening, so I think they just kind of blur for people.
Episode 8. That was when I first got the voice in her head.
7 was when we
Mhm.
got the voice in her head. See what I mean?
That's just what the caption
Yeah.
says.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. 7. The thing was, I didn't want to spoil Invo during 7's attacks, so I waited. But no, yeah, I think it's just because 7 and 8 blur. But yeah, I mean, I don't want to put anyone on blast. Yeah, I'm just gonna say I don't want to put anyone on blast and leave it there.
Yeah.
Because there's an episode that I think is pretty okay, but like I kind of wish we did more with. And like I don't want to put anyone on blast, but I just wish we had more time with Desperate Times Call for Divine Measures, because the Isles are an interesting locale, and I just wish we had more time to do things in it. I guess.
I agree with that. That episode was pretty short, and I feel the same way. Like, it seemed like a super, super interesting storyline and a really cool location, and I guess my only thing with that is just that I wish that we had done a little bit more.
Yeah. I mean, Besh was there. Everyone forgets Besh was a guest star during that episode.
Oh yeah, Besh was pretty
word.
cool.
I didn't even remember that, no.
Yeah, I think that episode would have served with a longer runtime. And like I think just more interaction in general would have been nice. That's it.
Yeah, I think that the thing was that you could tell that Pixie worked really hard, because that story was that episode was so like plot heavy. Like there was so much backstory, and I think that was part of it, was that there was just a lot of exposition to get through. And I think that if the episode had been a bit longer, we could have gotten through that exposition and then like done things. But I definitely would like to play another episode, to play another game in that location, because it is an interesting story.
Yeah. So moving on. I think I'm gonna take a break from questions for a little bit, if that's all right with everybody. So we'll come back to the others we haven't answered, but we've answered a good number. And I'd like to throw you guys a couple interesting statistics and some announcements, if that's cool.
Alrighty.
So this is a bit more freeform. You guys feel free to react to these how you will. So Podbean has a lovely like database of information about your show and everything. So I went through that, harvested a ton of that information, and I have it here for you tonight.
Alrighty.
So I'm going to start with the last 30-day information, and then during our next interruption, I'll do of all time information. Okay?
Okay, cool.
So as of 11/13/19, the day of recording, we have 3,806 total downloads.
Are you serious? That's almost
3,800.
Oh my god! The last time that I checked, it was 3,500, and that was like a week ago.
So last time I heard about it, it was 3,100, and I was like, "Whoa, stop!"
Yeah. So,
oh my god, that's crazy. That's almost 4,000 people. Oh, that's crazy to think about.
So within the last 30 days, we have the top 10 episodes from the last 30 days. I wanna just throw it out there. Take a guess which episode is the most listened to the last month. Just guess.
Just a little guess.
Take a guess.
Probably Reignited, I would think.
Any differing opinions?
In the last month? Ooh.
Yeah.
What came out a month ago?
To give you some context, the last month release-wise would be... Because remember, it's every episode is counted. It's if it's listened to in the month span, it's there. So it doesn't have to be...
So like October to now?
Literally every episode is up for grabs, but it's safe to assume October till now. So that would be Shadow of the Raven, the Eldraine two-parter, Falcon and Frogs.
Falcon and Frogs is great.
Reignited, Skylights, and the Rowan and Rin interlude.
I'm gonna say maybe Falcon and Frogs. It's a new character. It's a new character introduction. So I was.
It is Reignited, actually.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Reignited is the most listened to. Followed by hilariously enough, The Cat, the Detective, and the Tiny Guitar.
Yes!
I love that episode so much, though. Like,
it's such a good episode.
I know it's not part of the main podcast. Well,
it is now.
B made it now, which was killed me. I died. But
Althea Senior.
The linchpin you didn't know you gave me.
I didn't mean to.
But yeah, that episode was so fun. I loved that episode, and I loved that game, and it was really
Those
fun.
characters are good.
Yeah.
So I have the top 10, and I'll breeze through the rest. Number 3 is Home Sweet Home, the Finley interlude.
Aww.
That episode was so good.
That was
I
just,
love that episode.
That was really good. Number 4 was Change of Heart, the second part of Throne of Eldraine, which was, I think, one of the most musically heavy episodes, which is interesting that it's in the top 5, because to me, that's just like, hey, idiot, do more music. Number 5 is Into the Wilds, the first part of Eldraine. Number 6 is Skylights, which is fair because it had only come out like a week ago. So, like, obviously, you know.
Yeah.
So, obviously, it's not going to be around. It's not going to be as grossly high as the ones that are, like, from earlier in the month. Falcon and Frogs lands at number 7. Number 8 is hilarious. Snowballs on Parade is still number 8 in our most recent in the month.
What?
Our first episode is number 8 most listened to this month.
I love that.
That's cool.
Well, I think because a lot of people, because I think that makes sense though, because a lot of people are like
joining.
Still joining and starting the podcast, and like you logically started episode 1, so that makes sense.
Cool. Number 9 is Shadow of the Raven.
Cool.
Number 10 is the Rowan and Rin interlude, which came out like 2 days before I checked. So, fair enough.
So that's pretty high actually for
for all of our
2 days old.
Everything. Yeah. So in the 30-day list, Spotify, iTunes, Cast. I'll kind of drop that one. That's not important. In the U.S. or country-wise, USA is in first place, UK is in second, Vietnam is third place, Portugal is fourth.
That's so interesting.
Portugal is fourth, Canada is fifth, New Zealand's sixth, seventh is the Philippines, eighth is Germany, ninth is Spain, 10 is the Virgin Islands.
Where?
That is so
Where
interesting.
are these people?
Vietnam is third after the UK?
This month, yeah.
This month, okay. That is so interesting. Huh.
Gonna take this opportunity to also.
Do we have anyone on the server who's from Vietnam?
I don't know.
People from Vietnam, like, join the server. We want to know who you are.
Get at us. We need to know. So, promo time. Our first promo of the night is for Found Familiar Coffee. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Our first sponsor. If you check out on Found Familiar with code TIMSHEL, all caps, you'll get 10% off and will be supported through their affiliate program. Woo! They're super cool, super nice of them to do that for us. We love them to death. I might order some soon. Anyway.
I don't even like coffee, and I'm going to order some.
I have one. They have mugs and stuff, too. Mugs and t-shirts and all that fun stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think they have some tea, too.
Oh my gosh. If they have tea, then for sure.
I'm going to just get coffee.
Yeah. Going back to a few questions. Is choosing a name as daunting as it seems? Yes.
Yes.
Name for the podcast?
Yeah, it's hard.
Or like name for our characters.
Yeah, what do they mean? Name for character or for the podcast?
Yes.
Both? Okay. Then
yes. The answer is yes.
Oh man.
I didn't even come up with a name for Sorry. I like flipped through the D&D book and it was like, oh, you could use Sariana. And I'm like, that's lame. Her full name is
did it.
Going to be called Sorry.
Yeah, B and I were like shooting names at each other for probably a good 40 minutes before we settled on Finley.
Yeah.
I remember that. See, my issue is like coming up with a first name for a character is normally not that hard for me. But I really, really struggle with last names. I don't know why. I can't come up with last names for characters. I think because a lot of the last names in D&D are really silly, you know?
Gnome names in D&D are silly.
You get like Hildar Winterfang or like whatever, and I'm like, that sounds like a warrior cat. I don't know if I want to name
I
my
love
character.
that.
I don't know if I want to name my character.
It's like a warrior cat.
Shay, what have you done?
So I've just always struggled with giving my characters last names in D&D. Like, Rowan does not have a last name still, and I feel so bad because Rowan's family is like a really important part of her character, and I'm like, she needs to have a family name. Like,
Warrior cat one shot. Ooh, please kill
oh
me.
my god.
Oh my god.
You're
No.
saying this, but I was in the Warrior Cat Club in my homeschool group.
No
Fantastic.
shame. No shame. All my friends
I
are
never
super
got
into that
invited
book.
to hang out.
Oh.
No.
It was a fun thing we did that I never got to play. We role played cats.
I'm not gonna lie. I never actually read the books, but my friends and I did that too when I was in elementary school. Absolutely.
Not gonna lie, yeah. Not
Same.
cats.
Same.
Anyway,
Everyone role played cats. What's wrong with all of our
no, it
childhoods?
wasn't cats for me, but I'm not gonna. Anyway,
B,
I'm shutting up. So
you don't get you're not allowed to.
No, it's okay.
I am because I have the paper. Most rewarding experience. I'm gonna actually say because I think that's a nice one. Plans for Arc 4 in terms of guest stars, new characters, and one shot. So one shots maybe, but I'm gonna say a thing that's a bit controversial. We have a lot of guests, and we love all of them. And I'm gonna put my foot down here. And I'm gonna say, well, I'm okay with like maybe one or two new faces as we head to the end. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I would very much like to focus on returning guest stars.
Yeah.
As opposed to introducing that's gonna be my official stance. These stance on guest stars in Arc 4.
Yeah.
I'd like to have like two, you know, like one or two, and instead of that, focusing on closing out some characters who I love dearly.
Heck
Yeah. I think that's a
So-
really good idea because I've thought about that as well. Like, we introduced so many new characters and it's been amazing, and I love that. I think it's great just getting to meet a bunch of new people. You know?
I mean, we'll talk about this more when we get to campaign 2, but there's a hilarious trend with.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But yeah, I've just like with introducing new characters, you get people who are then interested in knowing that character's story. And if you just keep introducing more and more new characters, you never really get to learn that much about them, you know? So I think it's a good idea as we're wrapping up, we'll start to really get to know some of these characters that we've already introduced, because I love all of these characters very much and would like to know about them.
And I think there's a few that already they have a satisfying amount of information. Off the top of my head, I feel like Abix and Jatai have like a satisfying amount of runtime, you know?
Yeah.
But there's others like I'm gonna just be blunt, my man. I need more Nath. I need more Nath content.
Oh yeah,
Same.
Yep.
And like the other characters, I think I love them, but I'm okay if Arc 3 was their heyday. I think the face cards are at a place now where I'm comfortable with their storyline. Especially after the one-on-one with Rin being part of that. I think I'm comfortable where
Yeah.
But
I mean, I guess I could see if it's ever plot relevant for me to play any of those characters again, like, I would be happy to. I love those characters, but I also understand that this, like, Arc 4 is focusing on, like, our cast, you know? So
yeah. I feel like
maybe
Silo
if there's
was
some,
a
like, big fight
deal.
or something, they can join it, but other than that,
Silo was a big
we're
deal.
good.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So, but yeah, there's a couple of characters. Nath, Rue.
Mhm.
I would like to see Angel one more time.
Mhm.
Angel be
Angel
good,
is
yeah.
Angel is cute.
Controversial opinion, probably not, but I'd like to see what happened to Galdrea and Jitter. Their story ended.
Yes,
Very
please.
Oh my gosh, yes. I love
I
them
just
so
need
much.
them just for my soul.
They're
Mhm.
such good. We'll get there. We'll talk about the guest stars a bit more in it. God, I need to keep on track.
I know. Just in one episode, Galdrea and Jitter became like favorite NPCs. Or actually, they were
Favorite guest star and NPC.
Yeah, guest star and NPC. Yeah.
So there's a few more questions that I'm gonna hold off on because they feel good for. So I'll jump to these. We actually answered these on Instagram a bit. So there was some about like how much table chatter is cut. It isn't.
All our table talk is after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Production process and how long does it take? We record it, and whenever I find free time in the week, I'll edit it, and I can usually get it done in a week.
Mhm.
But I like having a backlog. Comforting.
Mhm.
Do we have any upgrades we want in gear? Yes. Love
Mhm.
do some upgrades. How do we secure lay hands on music and audio stuff? The free music archives exist and are there for you. They're good.
Mhm.
The sheer
Yeah.
amount of like free music this podcast has used, that is just so
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
I'm gonna point out I'm gonna make a call out post to the song we used during Eldraine and then I brought back during the final fight. You may have noticed I brought the instrumental in during Finley's kill of the Sphinx.
Yeah.
Fucking that.
That was cool.
That's free to use. No more fucking
Mhm.
I will say Brandon Amon in our most recent full cast made our main theme for it.
Mhm.
But besides
Which is
that,
amazing.
Yep. Besides that, it's all been free music and free sound.
Yeah. Although something that's kind of cool though about Brandon and the theme song is that I helped him with the theme song and we went through like a bunch of different versions of it. But I kept all of the like rough drafts because all of them were really, really good. And we've used them in different parts of the podcast.
Yeah. So those are all like production based questions. Heather, we'll get to you in a moment, Heather. Asks what your favorite race class combo is that you have not played.
Ooh. That's a hard question to answer because, like, I love different things, like things that would be unexpected.
Yes, I love the wild idea.
Like a Furbolg warlock or sorcerer.
Yes.
Okay, I found my campaign 3 character now.
Yeah, I just need
I'm
more.
just gonna write that down.
After Taz graduation, I just realized I need more.
Yeah.
For
Don't spoil that.
I won't. But I will say,
Furbolg or like a Genasi would be something I want to play.
Yeah, right. Fucking Genasi and Furbolg, I feel like get glossed over all the time, and
They're
then every time
good.
someone makes a Genasi or a Furbolg, everyone adores.
Exactly.
It's
like
true.
Daythorn.
Yeah, I was gonna start with graduation again, but fuck yes.
Don't say it. I don't know. It's spoilers.
I won't. But yeah, Daythorn's great. We need more Genasi. High key opinion. We need more like fun racial stuff. I love the home like stuff. Like tiefling elves. Give me that shit.
Yeah.
Fucking teeth. Give them to me.
I want to see like cool half-breed characters like, oh,
Like-
you're half tiefling and half dragonborn.
Yes.
Tiefling and elf. Like,
Show me what that looks like.
Give me that shit.
Wait, is it not just Rose and Ebony's child? I realized that after I said that. Oh no, it's just the ship child of my NPCs.
So I have 6 questions that I'm not going to answer. They're for you because I made them. Character moment you didn't see coming.
Sorry, becoming a bard, and us bringing back Anna and all crying.
Yeah, good. Cat character moment you never saw.
Oh boy.
Play that Persona 5 music. it would get us copyrighted.
Oh, oof. I'd say the most unexpected. There's been a few, because like I'm just throwing my punches. I think probably the biggest one was how she transitions from like basically how she transitioned from like this absolutely like brick to a slightly less hard brick. Like I think it's probably the way that she interacts with Caleb is probably what came to surprise me the most. Just because there were so many different ways that it could have gone. And I don't know. I feel like Finley as a character is just a constant surprise to me, especially with Ambrose. Ambrose keeps character moments absolutely like on its toes, and I love it.
I love Ambrose.
I love Ambrose so much. He's great.
Shay,
just
character
wonderful.
Character moment that you never saw coming.
Gosh, it's hard because I feel like I've played Rowan for such a long time. But there has to be a lot. I guess Rowan beating the Frostwolf. Rowan was so squishy. I was not expecting her to get that kill. Especially because it seemed like, well, Beast told me this. Sari was supposed to. Sari was the one who killed it, but then because B was like, I just think that like storytelling wise, it feels more fitting that Rowan would get this kill. So yeah, that was definitely a big surprise to me when that happened. But that was really cool and one of my favorite moments. Cause that like changed her character a lot. She went from being this like really, really scared person to like pretty confident in herself. Like, oh my god, maybe I can do this. Maybe I can be an adventurer. You know, that was really the turning point for Rowan's character, was realizing like just how powerful she could be if she was able to conquer some of her fears.
Yeah. Good. Love those.
Mhm.
Don't like it anymore.
What about Caleb or one of the other characters for you?
I made these for you, so I'm gonna keep it.
Oh.
Favorite song that we've used. Because this is a pretty quick. Just a favorite song. And you could say the main theme. I know everyone's gonna say it, no, but yeah.
Anytime, like music that Sari does around Sari.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm self-centered.
Although the fireplace song is really good. That's such a sweet song.
Yeah, that one's good. Kat, favorite song that we've used.
I have a few. I guess I got a few, but like one of them, it's not a song, it's a noise. the the super fucked up dragon noise. That
Yeah.
one was wild.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Also, probably the full lineup in Perchance to Dream was absolutely wonderful. Like the use, it was so poetically timed. Like everything was just so good there.
Oh yeah. Okay. I want to talk about that for a second. The song that you used, actually both songs lined up perfectly with what was happening in the game, and that was so cool. But yeah, the first song that you used, the kind of creepy piano one,
There were 3. There was Tall Man, Liar, and during the battle theme, it was Mirror Twilight by Sushi.
Okay. Well, the one that was played during the Malsum speech.
That was Liar.
Okay. Yeah, just that song hit all of the emotional points perfectly. Like, there's this one particular moment where the song, there's a little bit of a shift from like creepy to very kind of soft and pretty, and it's the point where the Malsum makes Anna appear again, and all of a sudden that song goes from being this like spooky, creepy, ominous song to this like really sad, touching moment, and it's so good. And then when it like the last little bit with the uh a is it a prince, a dragon, and a war? What's the order of that line?
That was it.
Yeah, a prince, a dragon, and a war, and that last little bit, it's every time so good. I love that part so much.
I loved that song too. Lucas King does really good creepy music. My favorite. I'm gonna sing its praises a third time, baby. I loved opening the second part of Eldraine with the lyrical version of Rule because we've never had a song with lyrics, and I think we threw everyone fucking loop.
True.
That song just gets me hyped. That, and I'm gonna say the first time I used a different end theme that wasn't like in our library was during Camera Shy, Angels episode, which was Electric Cabello by what's his name?
Oh wait, no, wasn't it the Ravnica interlude?
You're right.
The first,
no,
yeah.
You're right. For some,
Yeah.
Ravnica was the Is It theme is just so good. The Is It theme, fucking. Is It theme holds a special place in my heart. Electric Cabello's sick. I love all them.
I really like the song that you played at the end of the most recent episode. The little guitar piece that plays as Caleb and Rin go off to have a conversation. That song is so good. I want to find it and listen to the whole thing.
Okay, so a scene you wished happened.
Ooh.
I'm just gonna say I wish we finished Ravnica.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish we had gotten an actual scene of Sorry in the Blood Circus.
We could. I mean, I'll talk about that later.
emoji.
I'm gonna just, there's not really. The last one I'll ask you guys is, what do you right now? Actually, no, that's stupid. I'll ask that one later. I asked some pretty reachy questions. So, anyway, I'm gonna tour some more stats and stuff and breeze through those because those get blown out pretty quick. Now these are stats of all time. These are now taking into account all of our existence. No one cares about podcast carriers. Why did I write this? State-wise, viewership of all time. Number 1, rep in my home, Illinois. Number 2, California.
Nice.
3, Michigan.
Woo!
Number 4, New York.
Ooh.
Number 5, Washington. Number 6, Texas. Pennsylvania, Ohio, Oregon, Tennessee. Countries top 10.
Iowa, come on. All my cousins live there. My cousins are just slacking.
Countries top 10. We got the United States, the UK, Canada, Germany, Portugal, New Zealand, the Virgin Islands, South Africa, Iceland, and Australia.
Whoa, that's really cool.
More Aussies
widespread.
in the server, please.
Oh my gosh. Iceland is freaking so pretty, and not gonna lie, a lot of my, like, I just look up Icelandic words to name fantasy things off of because it's such a pretty language and I just like how those words sound. So that's really cool.
Top 10 episodes per download. It's hilarious because it's just our earliest episodes, which makes a lot of sense because it's people starting up, you know? But of all time, the top 10 most listened episodes, it's because people are constantly starting, obviously. The most listened episode is the first episode, then the second episode, then the third episode, then the Valentine's Day, then the fourth episode, then episode 7. Episode 7 did a bit of a jump. The birthday episode for Rowan is number 7. In 8th place, we have episode 5. In 9th place, we have Leona's one-on-one. And in 10th place, we have our first session in Ravnica. So yeah, I mean, it makes sense that it's the early episodes, honestly, because those people are just constantly starting, you know?
Yeah.
So I have a question for you guys. Do you remember what the first dice roll of the campaign was for?
Yes, I do.
What was it for?
It was for drunkenness.
Yeah, it was for Talia getting crunk.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I don't remember.
I also have a fun thing. I went back and listened to early and new episodes to get the first line of dialogue from some of our favorite characters.
Aww.
Oh no, I'm scared.
I'm gonna say a line of dialogue and you have to guess which character this was their first line.
Oh god.
Oh, this is fun. I'm excited.
So the first line I'm gonna play is I'm getting crunk.
Okay.
Isn't that Talia?
It's fucking
It's obvious.
Talia.
It's obviously Talia.
She's going crunk.
But in fairness, that line is contestable because you could say that was Megan saying that as a choice for Talia. If that's your argument, Talia's first line was, "Come around these parts often, little lady. You want to talk about your problems? I'm here for you."
And that was to Andre.
That's
a really cute. That's a really cute first line.
This character's first line was, "Do you want ice cream?"
Is that Caleb? Or is that
Oh, I know
Rose?
who that is.
Who is it?
That's Plink.
It's Plink.
Yeah.
He said that many words?
He wrote it down.
He wrote it down.
Whose first line was, "Come to my next concert"?
Shira?
It's Shira. A lot of these are pretty.
I was like, I'm scared now.
Then there is, I'm the little one. I don't talk about my problems, especially to strangers, especially drunk ones.
Is that Rowan?
Nope.
Really?
Are you guys seriously stumped?
No, I know who it is. I just think it's funny that she thought it was Rowan.
He did say little one.
It says I'm the little one, ? It's offended at that statement.
Andre?
It's Andre.
Yeah.
That was her first line of dialogue to Talia.
I remember because it was really English, and I was like, whoa, I didn't expect Andre to be English. And then everyone else said, whoa, I didn't expect Andre to be English.
Yeah. Let's see. Whose first line of dialogue? Well, now we have to do it. It's for a guy's son.
For a guy's son?
It's a weird. It's a toughie. It's a toughie.
I know who that is, but I'm not gonna say it.
No, you have to say it. You know.
No, I'm not
gonna.
This
is the quiz show.
I'm not gonna say it because I.
You're giving it away by not saying it. It's Rin. That was
It's
Rin's
Rin?
first line of dialogue back in Skyhorn Lighthouse. Yeah.
Huh.
Oh, I would
Like-
not have gotten that. I thought Rin said other stuff before then. I'm
Rin,
confused.
it was hard because a lot of Skyhorn stuff was Shay saying stuff that Rin would put it as Rin would think or Rin would say, and like didn't give actual dialogue, so it was hard to pick like what technically the first.
Yeah.
So
No, that
And that's
was
not-
that was the first thing he actually said. Yeah.
yeah. So whose first line of dialogue? Did he say there was going to be no danger? Really? I got out of bed for
Leona.
That's Leona.
it's super Leona. Yep.
I'm like, oh, that's so Leona.
Okay. Whose first line was, "Oh, all right, this is your tree. I see. Find another one."
Jatai.
Jatai.
It's
Mr.
Jatai.
It's Jatai.
Whose
He's the
first
only
line-
one that would talk about trees.
Whose first line was, "Let's play a game. It's sure to be fun. You don't have a choice. There's nowhere to run."
Oh, voice in my head.
It's Invo.
Yep.
I'm still worried about saying his name because
That's
Sorry has
yeah,
told me it will summon him.
It's a
Mhm.
safe. We're in a safe place.
And
Although
don't
Kayla, I feel like
dropping
I was
the
listening to
blood
it.
in
I was
my
listening.
house.
I was listening to an episode recently. Actually, I think it might be Skylighting, where Caleb says his name by accident, and I was like, "Oh no, he summoned him."
Oh yeah, and maybe it has to be sorry.
I think
Ah,
it probably
that makes
doesn't have to be
sense.
sorry.
Okay,
So
that makes
It
sense.
was in her head.
whose first line was, well, my name is Sorry. Sorry, my name is Sorry. My name. No, I'm sorry. My name is Sorry. Sorry, I'm awkward. No, I'm sorry.
Let me guess. No, I know who exactly said that. It was Basil, wasn't it?
That's such a good first line.
Oh my word. I can feel that.
like-
though.
It's like
So-
a tongue twister.
Yeah, it was hard to write. First line.
I'm not sorry about that.
First line was, "Oh, good. Just who I was hoping to see."
Caleb?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was Caleb's
Wow.
first line. of dialogue.
Yeah. Oh, that's actually really cute. Because that was directed towards us.
Yeah.
Aww.
First line from this character was, "Well, glad to see you made it. Hi, this is probably weird."
Ooh. The hi, this is probably weird thing is throwing me off. Who?
Was that Anna?
That was Anna's first line of dialogue, baby.
Wow.
Oh.
That was when she was talking to Andre in her head. First line of dialogue. I'm gonna put you so on blast. Prince Caleb, I'm Lieutenant Finley. He has a member of the guard for many years and is my honor to be assigned as your protector and bodyguard.
I wonder who that could be.
I wonder that.
Is it Basil?
And Rowan's first line of dialogue. How about that weather we're having?
Oh.
You're right, that was her first line of dialogue. Oh my god.
That's
So,
fantastic.
let's see, what else do I have in my little bundle of tricks? Oh, I have a list, a bestiary, a tome of all
Oh
of
my
our
god,
list
of all of our
items.
pets. Oh, I thought you were gonna say of all of our pets.
No,
Because you
no,
said
the pets is-
bestiary.
The pets is a
That's
symbol.
that.
Pets is a simple one. Pets is.
Okay.
I could do. Let me see if I could do all your pets without having a list. It is Coco,
Yep.
Ernest, Cooper, Luna the cat,
Mhm.
Oh, that's the name. I keep forgetting that.
Filigree the Tressum, fucking Percy the rat. Rowan got 2 baby griffins and Eldraine.
Mhm.
The Almirage, who's not technically Sari's pet, but it's more Kagaron.
He
And-
lives there.
Yeah, he lives there. I guess you could argue the giant bunny counts as the Caleb
That's
pet.
not Caleb's pet.
Caleb-
If anything, it's Anelian and Roses.
That's fair. Caleb
It's
has
their
Ernest.
stand-in Caleb when he's off adventuring.
Caleb has
What?
Ernest and Dinadan as pets.
Dinadan.
And lastly, but not leastly, actually think I hit everyone. Like, I don't know.
No?
No? Who am I forgetting?
Mr.
Cooper?
Flippers.
I said Mr.
Oh
Flippers.
yeah.
I
I said
don't remember you saying that.
I said Coco
Oh, okay.
Flippers. I said
Oh okay.
Does,
Oh,
I
does
think
I think you
Ambrose
said
count
that.
as a pet?
what?
Does Ambrose count as a pet?
I'm gonna say
Yes.
Ambrose. Sure. Yeah, Ambrose
This
is
is weird.
Anyway,
It's weird.
all of our guest stars in chronological order. Game time, baby. And you can just voice reactions when you hear them. Sylvester, baby.
Yay.
Nath. I love
Mhm.
Nath. I miss Nath. Mikhail. Oh my god.
Oh, Mikhail.
Oh,
Mikhail has a special
Mikhail.
place in my heart.
Lilith.
Oh,
Lilith's great.
Lilith.
Lilith is absolutely great.
Kestrel.
Oh,
Mm.
no. Yay.
Oh my god!
I forgot about
It's
all the
fine, we
people
love
who
you.
were
Don't even worry
in.
about it.
I forgot about everyone who was in the Valentine's thing, and I remembered what I did to Kestrel, and that is why I said, "Oh no." I am
Jatai.
sorry.
It's fair. Everyone knows Jatai. Lena, Rue, Abix, Evander, Jean, Fenril, Osa, Pyrrha. I need more Fenril and Osa. I love those pirate lads.
Same. I just recently listened to
Mhm.
that episode. They're so good. I want them back.
Hilgrind, Nick's dwarf boy.
Who I could never remember the name of. His name is Hilgrind. I know that now. I'm sorry, Nick.
Besh.
Hilgrind was great.
Besh was a good friend. Angel.
Mm-hmm.
Angel's taggers on, which were Darian, Rin, Yahtzee, Valerian, and Theo. Boys.
They were
Carl, Eloise, and Manoa.
They were also good.
Marlo,
I don't know his name.
and Isabel.
Are they guests, or is it a guest thing?
Yeah, are they
I put
guests
them-
if one of them was me?
I put them in there because they don't have any other place to be talked about.
One shots, just
Galdrea
free babies.
Galdrea and Jitter.
But Jitter's just you.
Still,
I refuse to put Galdrea somewhere without writing Jitter immediately after.
That's fair.
Adorable.
Aww.
And Eamon. Those are our current guest stars.
so many.
What about
wow.
what about Evan as Rika?
Oh yeah, Rinrike and Mimi technically count.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Evan as Rika was really the only like actual guest, but yeah.
And we've mentioned.
It was great. I need to invite Evan back as Rika, but oh my god, she drove me insane that episode. But it was so good.
There are 3 characters that aren't ours that we've mentioned. We've mentioned one of my dear friend Mocha's tiefling rogue named Pluto, who's in Andre's rogue crew. We've mentioned Oro, the Furball, Graham's first D&D character in a campaign we played. I love him to pieces. And we've mentioned one of Lance's good boys, Carter. Those are the 3 characters we mentioned. Any overall thoughts on our lineup of guest friends? Overall, I have nothing vibes for like 90%. I still say Galdrea and Jitter an
Galdrea
hour.
and Jitter, please.
They need an episode of just them being cute.
Yes, them going on a date.
Aww.
That'd
like
be
that.
so
That's
adorable.
cute.
Or like them trying to have a date and all of us getting in the way. All of us having an epic quest and they're just dragged along trying to enjoy their date.
I wanted to ask that though. Where are Galdrea and Jitter currently? Because the last we saw them, they like went off to another plane, but then Jitter came and told everyone.
Right.
Yeah, but then Jitter came back.
Time works differently in other planes. Remember, your trip to Ravnica lasted only a few ticks of the spring festival. You know. So time variance is a thing. So they could have spent months in the Shadowfell and have been back in a few weeks if it took you guys like a few days in Ravnica and you made it back in like minutes. So currently, I'd assume they're back in Faerun.
Okay, nice.
So I have another announcement. We have another super cool group of people who want to use our podcast to platform themselves.
Ooh.
I want to talk about Geek and Barrett. They are a Etsy shop opening up for D&D and other cute craft content. And their store is opening the 16th of November. And for 7 days, starting on their opening, you can use the code, in all lowercase, D&D the Frostwalkers to get 15% off.
That's really
so
neat.
cool. We got a second sponsor. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Heck yeah.
a bit of a limited time one, but there you go. I also want to talk about some friends over on the D&D Advent Calendar created by
what?
This is started by our friends in Tabletop Crafter. The D&D Advent Calendar is basically 25 days of giveaways on Tabletop Crafter's Instagram page. This is the second year of it, and there will be at least 100 businesses taking part, each giving away an
Wow.
amazing prize. There's everything from dice, metal, homemade, Kickstarters, and masters, dice bags, art commissions, minis, candles, bath products, sweets, jewelry, dice trays, dice boxes, a starter set, through content. The list is huge. There will be 4 giveaways a day, and each will be open for just 24 hours. So make sure you're following Tabletop Crafter to not miss out. It's all about spreading Christmas cheer in the community, giving back to the amazing followers, plus being able to support small indie businesses, increase awareness and visibility of these amazing creators who are working their butts off to follow their dreams.
I love that. That's awesome.
So follow Tabletop Crafter, and every day of December, you will have 4 chances to get some pretty cool D&D stuff.
That's really awesome.
Heck yeah.
So super cool of them to want us to talk about them for.
Mm-hmm.
I think statistic-wise, you've solved my stats. Oh wait, there's one more stat.
Okay.
I took count of every class that every played character in our show has been.
Oh
my
my
Oh
word.
boy.
Wow.
So
I thought you
asked-
were gonna say how many times Sorry said
Oh,
no,
God,
I'm sorry.
That's an impossible task. No, but like each
Someone
guest
did it. I'm
each
sure
guest-
someone's done it.
Yeah, but like back in
back in
like
Arkansas.
the earlier episodes when it was only 45, it's gotta be over 100 now.
I was gonna say.
I
but no,
apologize for you.
I looked at each of our main characters' classes. I looked at all the guest stars' classes, and putting all those together, I have a comprehensive common classes. Barbarian has only had 1 rep through OSA.
Wow.
We've only had OSA as our barbarian. With Bard, we've had 7.
Nice.
The Hallowed Halls, including such favorites as Shira, Sari, Isabel, Angel. I'm not going to list all of them because we'll be here all night, but those are just some favorites off the top. Cleric, we've only had 1 cleric rep. Yeah, we've only had 1 cleric in the show, and that was Darian during Camera Shy.
Oh, is this just player characters?
Oh yeah, this is just characters that took part in a combat. That was the thing. If the character did a combat, yeah. No, this is characters who took part of a combat and used their racial and class features. That was my thing. Because I did mark 2 clerics if you count an Elian, but this is the criteria here is specifically if they've joined in a combat. There have been 6 druids, with Rowan, Janice, Mikhail being some highlights. There were 8 fighters, with our friend Finn and Andre being 2 popular fighters. I think Besh is in those ranks. We've only had 2 monks between Sari and Abix. We've had 3 paladins between Sylvester and God, who's the second paladin? I know there was one. I'm stupid. Was it?
Evander's a paladin.
That's who it is. It's
His
Celeste-
god is himself.
Oh my god.
Oh my
I actually hate that.
He's so narcissistic that his god is himself.
god. Oh
The-
Jesus.
The number of paladins.
He's Kanye West.
Oh
the
no.
number of pallies bump up to 3 if you count Rowan Kenrith, because she did technically join a fight.
Hmm.
So that was a weird exception I had to make. Was the Kenrith twins technically helped you during your fights? So technically they are in the running. Yeah, the Kenrith twins breaking all of that. Rogues, we've had 13.
Oh wow.
Holy
my
shit.
word.
Now, in fairness, this is because we had the face cards and Calum technically dip into Rogue, Andre dips into Rogue, and some other notable rogues include Will Kenrith,
Mm-hmm.
technically a rogue. Galdrea is Fenrir.
Mm-hmm.
We have had a lot of rogues. It does.
Yeah.
Ranger, we've had Corvin.
Yeah.
And I mean Talia.
Talia, yeah. But oh my god, yeah, actually no, Talia counts. We've had two
Mhm.
we've had
And
two
Shira
Rangers.
would count as Bard, wouldn't she?
Uh-huh.
I think we said Shira.
Did we?
Yeah.
I didn't hear it.
Yeah, Shira was a bard.
Okay, cool.
Let's see. Sorcerers, we've had 4,
Nice.
which include such names as Marlowe and Elise was a sorcerer. Jean was a sorcerer. So yeah, we've had a couple
Yep.
sorts. We've had
Nice.
2 warlocks between Yautzin and Aemon. And we've
Cough.
had 4. And we've had
Cough.
4. Oh yeah, and Finn. Finn likes 3 warlocks. I forget that. It's hard to remember. And with wizard, you got 4 wizards.
Nice.
Yeah, so we've had a lot of rogues.
Yeah, lots of rogues.
Lots of rogues. So I have just a few more questions. Then we're gonna get into the juicy stuff, the big announcements, the reasons you're all here. So my last couple questions. Pixie asked what her favorite recap moment is, and I'm just gonna say all of them, and if that's cool with everybody.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There are a couple of jokes that made me laugh really hard, but there's too many. I can't remember them specifically.
Yeah. So I'm gonna start gearing these towards some more formulaic things we can converse about. So we got asked favorite episode in general. Reignited.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one's a good one.
Yeah.
Everybody
I-
was crying, so
That's
I
a
think-
good episode to be in. I also do like the cat, the tiny guitar, and
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one's good. I'm gonna
Yeah.
I
also
can't
throw
think of the
some-
full name of that one. I've just
I'm
been
gonna
calling
also-
it the Spooks Troop.
I'm also gonna be throwing some love episode this way.
Episode 4.
Yeah, Pack Tactics.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
episode
perchance-
4. Yeah, those ones were really good.
I'm gonna say Pack Tactics, Perchance to Dream, The Cat, the Detective, and the Tiny Guitar, and Reignited are some of my favorites.
heck
I
yeah.
would say all the same for me, and then also Skyhorn Lighthouse.
Those were good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one was pretty quick. We have a lot of questions that basically say, oh wait, let me ask the really emotional one before I get into the dumb ones. Your most rewarding experience, and not dumb, just not dumb. They're not dumb at all. It's just very, very like. Of course, we'll talk.
Yeah, like lighthearted.
Yeah. The last most emotional one I'll get to. Most rewarding experience behind the mic. Just the most rewarding moment, most satisfying moment.
Getting Anna back.
Mm,
That was
absolutely.
just- it worked. We were all crying. It was
Mhm.
amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a really special moment. Being able to hear, like, we all live in different states. So, like, you can't be there in the same room as the other person, but just to be in a phone call and hear just everyone sobbing was. It sounds bad, but, like, it was such a special moment to have all of us, like,
there and together.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
and
could
just, like,
feel
in
the
one.
emotion.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Just, like, in one moment, it showed just how much the story that we're telling affects all of us, you know?
I'd agree to that full-heartedly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say the moment, a super rewarding moment for me was at the first episode because I realized, holy shit, we did it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard to get those holy shit, we did it moments. You know, those are rare to come by in life. Chase more. They're really rewarding.
Oh, sorry, I'm just clearing my throat.
It's okay.
I'd say the most rewarding would be for me, on the podcast would be the very end of Finley's first interlude, because it ended off like very extremely well with the exchange about her accepting to be called Finn, and it kind of, after the interlude, it's like, yeah, okay, she's not like the center anymore. She's starting to become a part of the Night Council, and that was very satisfying experience for me.
Yeah. Oh, that's sad. That's emotionally satisfying.
Yeah, yeah. I would say for me, Anna coming back was definitely a big moment. And so was getting the first episode out. There have been a couple of monologues that I've done for Rowan that I've been really proud of. One of them was in Maelstrom when she writes the letter to her brother. That was a really nice moment for me because I just kind of thought about, I have a brother who's going off to college next year, and like I was already in college, and out of state, and so I was thinking, like, when I was coming up with that, I was like, what advice would I give my brother going off to college? And it came out in that little monologue, and I really, really like that monologue. So that was nice. Also, just like, I guess this is kind of a less emotional take on this question, but like, I've gotten to play a lot of different characters, and that's been really fun. So like, there have been some character voices that I've just really, really enjoyed doing. Like, Marlo was super, super fun to voice.
Yeah, character voices are good.
Yeah.
Like
so that was fun.
Like a particular gobshite we're getting soon in the series. But we'll talk about that in a second. So, the last couple questions are all the same. Any future plans you want to tell us? Any hints of Campaign 2? Tell us more about Campaign 2. Give us more information about the future of the podcast. Pour out your souls to us. So I'm going to start with, let us finish out Campaign 1, guys. We've talked a bit about my plans for Arc 4 with planning guest spots and everything like that. I want to have an episode with Andre's road crew together. Some closing time for prior guests. That's super important to me. I eventually want to have a firm grasp on how many sessions we have left and have like a bit of a countdown. I think that'd be cool, but that'll depend. That'll come and go, Not sure. Investigating, and the big focus on Arc 4 is going to be investigation and travel. It'll be interesting. I made Anna's character sheet.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'll probably post that because I know people might want it. And finally, you bet your ass we're doing a finale party too.
Oh yeah.
So, Campaign 1 post Arc content eyes emoji. So I think this is something we all agree on. Is even though campaign 1 might come and go, we're not gonna give up on our characters. Like I don't know.
No,
I don't
we
know.
could never leave them behind.
No, I don't know.
They're
Mhm.
part of us now.
Yeah, no. I think Kat would agree too.
Yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
But
Yes.
so I've taken the liberty to write a few things that I want to see post campaign 1, and I can't confirm nor deny these things eventually. These are things I want to happen.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Lance have been talking forever about doing 20 SA. This is my public call out post. I'd love to do that post campaign 1. I think that'd be a really fun place to do a bit of a fun crossover genre.
Mhm.
Let's see. I have a thing working with a few other podcast friends, so those are still in the air and in the works. So let's see. Those are all sort of post arc 4 content though. Written stories in the world. I'm a writer by I love writing, and I would love this campaign 1 is closed to like write actual stories in the world of Timshel. I think that'd be really
Yeah. Timshel Tales.
yeah.
That'd be
Prequel
adorable.
maybe some prequel stories set during the Shadow War. I think that'd be interesting.
That would be so cool.
I'd love to write those. Future one shots. Probably like the live shows from Taz, but they would unlike the Taz live shows, there would
They
still
might
be
not be
level.
live.
Yeah, and there'd still be level progression, baby.
Woo!
Because I do have this dream of doing a level 21 shot with our crew.
Which would be awesome.
Yeah, I'd love to do some guest one shots in the campaign 1 when it's over, because then it becomes just a sandbox for us to play in. You know,
Mhm.
other DMing in the Timshel, that'd be super cool to see.
Mhm.
Shadow War one shot is something I've been considering. Be fun.
Yeah, you talked about that.
Yeah. And I have a mighty need for some Steven Universe Future style one shot. See the crew like some years after campaign 1 closes. I have a mighty need for that. I'd love to see. I don't know if anyone would agree or disagree, but those are the things in my head for post campaign 1. Some stuff I'd want to do with those characters still.
Mhm. There's also some cool stuff that we're already doing. Kat is making a manuscript of like the whole podcast,
Yeah,
and
she's transcribing it.
yeah,
working.
and then
She's the
and then
grand archivist.
oh yeah, and that's amazing and awesome. And Kat, I will help you out whenever you want help with that, because I did
Thank you,
the
Shay.
yeah, you're welcome. I did the Malsum seam already, and that was really, I enjoyed doing that. So yeah, whenever you need help, I will absolutely do that. And then I just like, I've done a bunch of art for this podcast, but a lot of it's just been sketches. So like, I really want to do some actual like finished looking art. And we have so many artists who are in our community, and there's been like, this is not like a this is gonna happen, but like people have talked about maybe doing some kind of like graphic novel or comic or something like that, and like
We could totally do that with Kat transcribing.
I don't know, I would just
Yes.
And
like
everyone else in B's writing and everyone else in the podcast just combined art skills. We could
yeah,
totally do
like
it.
I think that could be so cool. There's no promises. If this ever happens, it's probably going to be like years and years from now, but I really like that idea. And I'm already doing like actual nice finished character refs for everyone. So
I have a secret I've been
that'll be a thing to look forward to.
Yeah, I have a secret I'm gonna pull out. So this is a bit of a call out post. We love our characters so much that even podcast stops rolling, we just do character work time. Over the summer and earlier parts of 2019, in the 20-sided adventure server, we took part in a super cool play, the Misfits of the Multiverse, and it was a super fun, super crack AU crossover sort of RP. It was super cool. And I loved all the RPs we did. Such interesting character work we did, you know? I've been working on one-shots set in that universe.
Ooh.
So, like, and that's a universe that takes full advantage of mechanics like being a planeswalker and more MTG style D&D, which is super interesting and unique, and I love it. And I don't know, dude, home and custom planeswalking abilities for characters just sounds like such a fun challenge. I'd love to do that. And I mean, the battle on Ravnica in the RP was such an intense thing that that playing it out would just it would be a fun evening.
Oh, for sure, that'd be awesome.
Getting to actually do some damage to Nickel would just be so.
Actually, I wanted to ask you a question, B. I feel like MTG has just made its way so much into this podcast.
Yeah.
So like what got you into MTG and what made you just decide like, yeah, this is just going to be a part of this podcast now?
So, the Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica did it. That book sold me because it was a splat book for D&D, yeah, but it was also like, hey, here's these 10 unique factions in this world. Here's how they play off each other. And here's how your characters can deal with that and how they can play along with that sort of setting. And here's new creatures that are custom to this world and make sense in the world. Here's new spells that make sense in the world and new items. Like, just all these things that are just such cool stuff that I can't really, like, just logically have in Faerun, you know? Like, I could bring some of the items and tech over, but it loses really cool context, you know? Like, you could get like the Izzet League's like gauntlet for casting spells, and you could just make some artificer build it, sure. But the context of it coming from, like, guild that focuses on experimentation and their leader is this powerful dragon, like, the context of it is too cool to throw away, you know?
Yeah, and I've never really played Magic the Gathering. That's a thing that I might want to get into now that I know a lot more about it and it seems really cool. But like, I remember when I was talking about, Rin and his story with B, and he was like, okay, but what about this? And I was just like, yes. That's so good.
And then
it got me super excited about MTG.
Yeah, and then when Throne of Eldraine came out, I was like, a fairy tale setting? Give it to me. Like, this is just such a perfect thing for one shot, you know?
And then we've had this stuff with, like, we did the Friends campaign, which is where, like,
God, I love Friends.
Yeah, we haven't gotten very much of characters.
Say campaign.
Well,
it was like a 3-shot.
Yeah, like start of
baby campaign.
Yeah, we haven't had very many characters from that. Well, okay, we've had a couple of characters from that in the podcast, but only very briefly. So like Connie, Ashtai, Ramsey was mentioned for like a brief period. Is there anyone that I'm missing?
Mel,
yeah, absolutely Mel. Yeah. And those characters are all super, super fun. And
you know what? I'm gonna do it.
So
I'm gonna do the thing. I'm gonna tell in this moment what my plans were. The continuation of the Ravnica interlude we had.
Oh shoot!
He's dropping the deets.
Yeah. Okay. So here's the thing. I was kind of leading to this in the Friends games too. Mel as a character is way more tragic than he appears. In the first time you meet him, there's that picture of him with this Fire Ganassi character, and that is Thorn, a AU version of Daythorn made by Avon or Friends, who's a member of the Mel, and in that because there's it's a cute AU ship between Caleb and Daythorn. I think it's a good cute AU ship. But we decided to play with it in Ravnica with these like inverted versions of our characters, you know. And then, so in the story proper, something happens to Thorn that I'm not going to get super into detail with because it's complicated, you know. And Mel was going to steal that stuff. That's super important, actually. The stuff you were stealing back from him, if you guys had investigated it once you got it, you would have realized it wasn't Izzet tech at all. It was stuff from the Golgari and the Orzhov, which are the stuff that deal with undeath. And Mel was going to try and bring Thorn back to life.
Oh.
And that was some pretty heavy-handed foreshadowing of some stuff that happened later. Because Caleb also had to make that choice about going all in to rescue a friend, you know? And I thought it was super interesting to set up a parallel between Mel, who is willing to go to, like, dark extremes, like stealing from the Golgari of the Orzhov, and wonder if Caleb would be willing to cross that line for his fire gal. So that's where that was going. And from there, you would have basically had a super intense combat with forces from the Azorius, the Boros, the Bulgari, and the Orzhov, which would have been solved by Thorn's return because she was actually a planeswalker and not dead. And her spark ignition made Mel think she had died because she disappeared. And that would have settled things. You guys would have had some time to chill and go back. If that had continued, unfortunately, Leona and Aurelia's flirting would have ended in disaster because they would have been enemies in combat. So I'm almost kind of glad for their sake that didn't happen. And they would have come home, and you would have basically made a friend in Mel and Thorn. And this is all stuff that I assume happened just off screen, you know? And the reason the Cult of Rakdos stole it was because undeath stuff is super useful to them because they use a lot of like skeletons and stuff in their shows. So it was just some useful tech. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so that was set up for Rav. So I think we have danced around the bush for way too long.
The bush?
Yeah, there's a pretty big
bush?
there's a pretty big elephant in the room, and I think it's time we finally shoo it off.
Shoo.
So,
Get out of here, Dumbo.
So like what about campaign 2 though?
What about it, B?
What about it? I don't
What
know.
about it?
About it.
You got the
That'd be so mean if we
questions?
just ended right here. Like we just turned the box off.
Roll credits, baby.
The last
I
part.
don't know.
Roll credits.
Any hits of campaign 2? No. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, why would we give like little sneak peeks
To you,
that would
hooligan.
B, you should edit in like a fake out.
Yeah, I should.
Oh, you totally should.
Okay, so I guess we can talk a little about it. You did just listen to us babble for a while, so I guess we gotta be nice to you.
Only a little bit. Only
Yeah,
like a little bit. Just like
A little
dip your toe in the.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
Yeah, just like 2
Dip
hours.
your toe in the pool of this.
Yeah. I'm gonna start with a fact. In episode 2, when Shay had her really sick voice, Livy said, and I quote, "You sound like you could play a seductive bard."
Oh my god!
Said that? Oh my word.
No, oh my god.
Foreshadowing.
Oh, that's so funny.
Especially because that was in episode 2.
That's freaky foreshadowing.
That's so funny and weird.
It's terrifying.
We should make all of ours as vague as that.
Oh, that's super funny. I don't know how seductive she is, though.
No, just Bard.
It's
The
just
fact
really,
that it was said Bard in general.
She is a goblin, I'll say that. So I don't know how
We're not
seductive
gonna, like,
goblins are.
spoil.
It depends on the person. That's as much as I'm spoiling, is that she's a bard and she's a goblin, and that's it.
So, the notes I have for campaign 2 is that I can't really talk much about it because I'm not the one who can. There's a lot of stuff I want to do to start campaign 2 off way, like, you know, like a release party, new character bio,
Stuff
know.
like that.
Yeah, I am gonna go out and here and say maybe a second crack at like an Adventure Bean style side game could be interesting.
Oh yeah. Do people know that I did that?
I don't know.
I did
Anyway,
that. It was a side game. It's how I met these fine folk
Yeah,
that I call my friends.
yeah.
Oh.
Some promo material I think would be cool. I think I'd be cool to do another one of these before campaign 2 starts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
An actual
Yeah,
episode.
this has been
0,
super fun.
An actual episode time. I can't say much more, because I'm not the one who has the control of that floodgate. So, just gonna toss the mic over here.
To who be?
The person who has that power.
Oh, I suppose that would be me.
I suppose would future dungeon master.
Hello.
Woo!
Hello. I'm Livy. In case you didn't know, if you didn't know, how?
How?
Who are you? What are you even doing here?
How?
Go back to episode
I've
1.
listened to the whole podcast, but I've exclusively tuned out sorry.
That's just
And all the other times that Livy was the dungeon
Yeah, exactly.
And every episode that she was the dungeon master, I just skipped.
master.
Great.
You're a mean person.
I love that though. That's
Mean.
funny.
Then boy, are you gonna be disappointed.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically, how much should I give away?
That's up to you. You're the one with
I'm
the authority.
mainly asking myself now. I'm DMing. It's the same cast, except for we got 2 new friends
Yes.
who you'll learn about them later.
I
Everyone's
think it'll be fun. I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be fun to sow the seeds of discord by saying, these are people who played with us before and ending it there.
They are.
Mhm.
They are. They've been
We're
in the
sowing-
sandbox before.
And then we're just that's it. That's all we're giving them. And then
That's all we give you.
And then we're just gonna like scour through the sea of guest stars and people.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. Was it Pyrrha?
Yeah.
No, I will say this: it was not. We forgot she was there.
Maybe that was a
Oh,
clever.
no.
We apparently forgot
that she-
about Pyrrha. I didn't. With how memorable she was, I didn't. Honestly, I'm surprised I forgot anything.
Anyway,
Anyway, I'm
oh,
confused.
the podcast. Oh, by the way, both new players are just Cat.
Yeah.
It's just me.
Yeah. It's just Cat playing 3 characters.
It's like a
Cat
set
and
of
Prince
it's a
Charming.
set of triplets that all talk at the same exact time.
Creepy.
Oh man.
Okay, but I feel like we should actually tell people like some
No.
stuff.
Okay, I'll tell a little bit. Basically, it takes place in the city called Ketopolis. The city is Fantasy Venice.
Wait, there's no ice? Fuck! I think I'm in the game.
No ice. It's summer and fun times, baby.
Whoa! This is some radical change.
Yep.
Holy shit, dog! It's not cold as
Also-
balls anymore.
Also, the entire town is shaped like the steering wheel of a pirate ship. So
I
that's
do love that detail.
That's cool.
I figured like I just wanted the logo of it to be cool, and I'm like, hey, why can't I have the town be cool? The town is cool now.
Yeah.
I'm DMing, as you probably guessed, B and Kat and Shay and Rev and the other two people. They've got really cool new characters that I'm really excited to DM for.
I'll say this. I've opened myself. I've done the player equivalent of drawing a target on my chest and looking at the DM and saying "come at me" with my character.
You have, and I appreciate it.
Also, I will say, without spoiling too much, B has made some very brave choices in his character, and I love him. He's a really fun character.
There will be a whole character introduction bit. I don't want to spoil our characters now.
I don't either. God, it sucks because like there's stuff I want to say that I know we can't. I'm gonna try
no spoilers.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and bite my tongue. But I will.
We have not recorded an actual episode yet. Just want to make that clear. We've experimented.
We've experimented, yeah. And honestly, that's because we want campaign 1 to not end in a rushed way.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm gonna go out and say that if you follow us, like our social media stuff, and if you run our Discord, you might have a better hint of what we're talking about.
Because art has been posted of some of our stuff.
Art has been posted.
Yeah.
And also, I'm just God.
Which I don't care that art has been posted, but because I was happy to see it.
Thank you.
I also want to say, but do like drop campaign 2 as a topic. Last thing is, it's amazing what happens when you take a risk, because we did the Small Terrible Dragonborn live stream, and we met some cool people there. And I'm just gonna stop talking.
I mean, that's where we got Galdrea.
That is where we got. Damn it! No, Libby.
And Jitter. And what's his name? What's his name?
There's literally no other character. It's literally just
Aster.
Aster was a fucking NPC. It's over. Jig is up.
Oh, you've given it away. At least one of them.
Yeah. Okay.
Nothing about the other characters has been given up. Shush.
Between the two characters that B played and the one that was actually done by another human being. Real tough one.
Thinking emoji. Emoji.
Real toughie. Real toughie. Fuck.
Good. Last episode, B and I said something about how we're really bad at keeping spoilers, and
there we go.
This is why I said not to give any info away. It's because we're gonna end up giving all the info away. We can't keep.
I'm saying nothing. I won't say the name of the first arc that I haven't come up with yet. I won't say any names of NPCs that I haven't come up with yet.
I think
it's gonna be a fun time. That's all.
It'll be a trip, yeah. And and by process of elimination, you figured out one of them. So
unless you're like me, who wasn't smart enough to make that assumption when I said it out loud.
Except like you were called out by it by all of the media.
Yeah, exactly. Which
so
if I had just let that slide, maybe no one else would have noticed.
Maybe, but I don't know. I think the jig is up.
Our audience is too smart for that.
Yeah, I think the jig's up. So I think with that said, I will just take a moment to say we love Heather very much. Galdrea was a character, and it was like it was one of those things where it happened, left, and like, okay, but why should we give up the person?
Yeah, and like when we played it, I will say we did play a test session with these characters. I think someone already said that.
I did, yeah.
Yeah, we did play a test session with these characters, and all of them were great. And oh my god, Heather's character, I love her so much. And Heather's so good at playing her.
And I think that's where we will cut that snake.
Mm-hmm.
Hey everybody, this is just me cutting in for a moment here. When we ended our table talk session, we didn't have Rev with us, so I took a select few of the questions, some of the best, and I'm gonna single out Rev with them now.
Woohoo!
So, hold on. Okay, so I have the questions. I made a bad choice and marked them off as I read them, so I'm gonna have to read through pencil scratching.
I mean, okay, fair.
Let's see. So starting off with Pixies again. The first question was, "Is Arc 4 the last arc?" And we responded, "Kinda, yes, no."
Yeah.
It's the last arc of this campaign.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can Pixie recap campaign 2? Obviously. Bagels around toast. Shut up. We had the bagels around toast debate, and it was hell.
Oh dear.
Yeah. They got worked up about it. Actually, they were on fire with the fury of bread-based product.
I will do you the favor of not voicing my opinion on the matter.
Thank you. Any hints of campaign 2? That was a Livy question. Length of arc 4? That was a me question. Guess in arc 4? That was a me question. Will we see that again? A me question. Okay. Are we happy / proud of the story we told? Are you shitting me?
Absolutely. Like,
We wouldn't be here if we weren't.
exactly. Oh man, okay. For me personally, like at the beginning, there were several occasions where it felt like just too much, and I'm just like, no, I can't do this anymore. And every time I failed because the story itself, I was having so much fun, like being part of creating and stuff. So that's why Andre's kind of like missing in a lot of the earlier episodes. But I I couldn't turn my back on it. I couldn't. Like I love these characters. I love this story. It's just I love it. Yes.
And now we're finally like almost done with it, which is bizarro.
It's crazy. How is my goodness. It's been a year, that's for sure. It's been
For
a
sure.
heck of a year.
Mm-hmm. Oh god, why did I do this to myself? Least favorite episode or scene is one of them. So least favorite. I thought that was an interesting one, because we always talk about the stuff we like. So I'm interested to hear
Yeah.
what stuff like didn't work. You know.
Least favorite. Least favorite.
And like I set this up with like, if it's an episode I was part of or ran, I don't care, dude. Like it's been a year.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Like, was there an episode I didn't like?
Some of the answers were episode 3 felt cluttered, which was a fair point.
Yeah.
Episode 8 kind of blended in with 7. And we talked about how the one shot Pixie ran, we just wish we had more time because there was a cool setting there, but we just didn't get a chance to explore it much.
Yeah, fair. I Yeah, I kind of agree with all those points. Like, yeah, I
And the
don't
thing
know
is,
if I
those were a
have
lot of
anything different to
early
add.
episodes.
Yeah,
Yeah, those were a
like
lot of early episodes too.
yeah, we definitely evened out and like got better with time as we like got familiar with both the tech we were working with and everything else.
And just D&D in general. Like for a lot
Yeah.
of people, this was their first campaign, so a lot of the early episodes feel like there's a lot of questions about what works, what doesn't. I feel like by midway through arc 2, we kind of found our sound, you know?
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Because I think the only people at the beginning who had any experience with D&D at all were you and Graham.
And that wasn't much.
that wasn't much. And then Shay had also played a campaign
But it was
or
very
part of one.
homebrew. Yeah.
Yeah. But the rest of us were just completely new. We were
Yeah.
just like completely new to this.
I
So
think
yeah.
Livy is the one who has the most experience numerically.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, which makes sense.
It does.
Okay, so moving on. Do you want to give any hints about campaign 2 from your perspective?
The only thing I'll say is my campaign 2 character is I'm pretty much going the opposite direction that I did with Andre. Like Andre was supposed to be the edgy, standoffish one. My new character is not that.
Fair enough. That's definitely good. That's a good teaser. Favorite moment besides the resurrection ritual?
Of course, that would be off limits.
That was Pixie's rules, not mine.
Yeah.
I don't shoot the messenger.
Okay. All right. Okay. Favorite scene. Okay. Favorite scene besides the resurrection. Let me see. I think I'm gonna have to be a little bit selfish here. Check and Mate
All
was
of check and mate. Yeah, I knew it.
really, really good. Like,
It was
oh my
I thought
goodness.
it was a really okay. So I think a little context needs to be given as to how that worked. Red and
Yeah.
I know each other really well. Like we've been friends for like 5 years.
Yep.
So like, check and mate started the night before we recorded because we just had a conversation about something and it blurred into us like improv voice RPing at like stupid in the morning, and we were just like, this was good, we need to take and then it just became check and mate.
Yep. I think it's really, really fun role playing back and forth with B because we have known each other for like 5 years, almost 6 at this point.
Yeah,
We got to figure out
so
what date that was. But
yeah, but there's like a level of trust that we have where like we know that we're not gonna do or say something that'll derail something or like put us into, more importantly, put us into an uncomfortable position.
yeah, I think that's really important. And also, I want to point out, like, um, me and Shay had a conversation about this like shortly after it was recorded, but in Check and Mate, like at the end with like after Andre's like she's in her house with Caleb and they're talking about Anna and Andre just gets really choked up and is trying to say something to make Caleb feel better, but at the end of the day, she hasn't really learned how to deal with loss like that either. Like she's still learning. So I think role playing Andre while she was trying so hard to figure out how to put her feelings into words. Like part of it was me as Rev not knowing what to say, but a lot of it was just I don't know. I got really, really, really into that moment, and that was like I don't know. I liked it a lot.
And if
I
you
was like
count,
actually crying.
it was really good. And if you count Best Served Cold as part of Arc 3, which I do, Andre
Yeah.
faces that head on with Aster.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that
So
is true.
So she does kind of come out of the start of Arc 3 with Check and Mate with like part of that being starting to be learned through that session.
Yeah.
Go
Facing
watch
Aster again definitely flipped some switches and changed some things.
Yeah. Go watch that stream. It was so good.
Yes, please.
It's like it's basically an official part of Arc 3. So much of that is important to the story. And it wasn't supposed to be, and it's not important because of plot revelations, it's just important because of character moment, which is some of the best stuff.
Heck yes.
Character you liked the least. Character you just most wanted to see die.
Oh.
Was there just a character that existed that you just did not like? You can say Nephis. It's okay.
I mean, yeah. I wouldn't mind seeing his burn.
That was
But
that was a power move on my part, and I'm sorry.
oh man. Oh, I hated you for that. But it's fine. It's fine. Let me see. Characters. I found it really hard to hate a lot of these characters. Like there were the what is the word? I literally the orchard owners in whichever episode that was.
Oh
Where
yeah,
they were like encroaching into the frog people's land and stuff with like no remorse and like killing their babies and stuff. And I'm like, wow, you are the scum of the earth.
oh yeah. I forgot about them.
Yeah.
I do hate them.
I hated them.
See,
They
it's funny because I thought when I went into this question, I thought people were gonna go for some of the antagonists, which I mean, fair enough. But like,
But with the thing about
you
our
are
antagonists
you are
is
kind of
like
supposed to hate them.
yeah. The thing about most of our antagonists is like we end up befriending most of them.
It's true.
And like
it. In fairness, the one you haven't, and the one you guys at the time were just like, "What a bitch." I was shocked at the lack of Oko call out.
because I don't okay, yeah, he was terrible. But like as a character, like I like interesting villains. So it's like I didn't hate Oko as much as I hated these apple farmer people.
That's fair. The Apple Farmer people were they were just shitty people.
Yeah, they were just like awful. No redeeming qualities.
So, okay, that was one I completely forgot, but that's a good one. Um, oh my god, I crossed that one out. Favorite episode so far?
Favorite episode. I have several.
Everyone,
Is that okay?
that is fine. I will let you know. Almost everyone immediately jumped on Reignited.
Yeah, Reignited goes without saying.
Yeah.
Reignited was really good. Super emotional. I cried a lot.
Even before the ritual, it was like I thought the emotion was on high.
Yeah, and also Jitter and Gal are great.
Yeah. Oh god, we sung their praises quite a bit during when the rest of us were there.
Yeah, they were wonderful. That entire episode was definitely one of my favorites. I'm also going to have to say Check In Mate, obviously.
That one was really good. As a DM, I will admit that was definitely one of my favorites.
Yeah. The Sorry interlude. I can't remember what that one was called.
That's fair. You don't
Dang.
need to worry about it. Just
Okay,
you don't need
that
to worry
one.
about it. Yeah.
That one was good. I love that. I was like, "Aw, my heart." Um, and the LJ interlude. I also love that.
That one was really fun. I think that
L-
one was the closest we came to a session that was just fun.
yeah, like Eldraine was just like a blast. I loved that.
The villain was cool. The Kenrith twins are awesome.
Woo.
And then, yeah. Just gonna leave
Yeah.
that one there. Let's see. Valhaven Studio, friend of ours from the oh god, what's the name of the server? Tabletop Creatives. Asked any advice for new podcasters. Our advice was just go, just do it, just
Yeah.
try, see what happens. I'm gonna pick only a few of these because a few of them were very like whole group based, you know.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, so here's like the three from Valhaven that work for individual person. Thing you can't live without during recording.
Um hmm. That's a good question because I don't have much with me when I record. but I always have to have water because
That was it. Yep, that was the one. The
yeah,
one was water and tea. Those were the big ones.
water and yeah. And I also usually have to have tissues nearby, not gonna lie.
Oof. Fair enough. Um, let's see. Most rewarding. Actually, I'll save that one for last because I think it's really good for a final question. Flip over here. A lot of this was production process stuff, so we pass over a lot of that. Oh, Heather's question. Favorite race class combo you have yet to play?
I have yet to play?
Mm-hmm. Just a race class combo that you haven't played yet, but looks super cool. Is on your short list for new character idea.
Hmm. Let me think. Because like I
We can
have
cut with the pause if you need it.
okay. 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 Tiefling Draconic Sorcerer.
Christoph Shendo, hell yes.
That just sounds just like really cool and like fun to play.
And I will say from the precedent we have, because while we haven't seen them yet, Altrian is technically a Tief Draconic Sorcerer, and he already knows Mage Hand at his baby.
Baby.
But
But yeah,
from what
that's a
you
combination that I've seen played several times and I've been itching to play myself.
yeah. So what happened? So what you're saying is during the stream you played that game with Chainsaw, and then you went, oh.
Well, I mean, geez, B, call me out, why don't you?
Now I'm a little curious. Have you actually started listening to Lawful Stupid?
It's on my list. It's on my list, but my list is so
Oh
long.
God, it's on. I hear that. I officially gave up trying to catch up with campaign 1, and I am starting fresh with 2. So
Fair enough. That's probably what I'm gonna end up doing.
yeah, I played Shay a few nights ago. I played Peregrine's intro episode, and fuck. Anyway, let's go listen to Lawful Stupid. It's good shit.
Yeah. We love our
Good
friends
shit.
over at Lawful Stupid.
Yeah, and like, I mean, Abix has shown up enough.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, Tiefling Draconic Sorcerer. That's a really good one. I had a few questions actually prepped.
All
And I
right.
know you did, so you could ask me some if you have any. But here are mine, and I ended up realizing mid-recording, God, I kind of hate some of mine. So
I mean,
I
fair.
have to remember which ones I did not use. Okay, yeah, I remember the ones I didn't like. So character moment that you did not see coming, and all the Persona 5 jokes.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, that happened the whole time while we were answering that question.
I'm not surprised. Let me see. Character moment I didn't see coming. Honestly, it's kind of like an extended thing. It wasn't just a moment, it was like several moments over like several episodes. But the
Fair.
whole Anna in Andre's head thing.
Yeah, like that came out of necessity because Invo is in Sari's head and Finley has Amber. You know.
Yeah, but
And
just
honestly, between you and Rowan, Anna had way more like shared time with Andre, so it felt like the best fit.
I feel that, yeah. And my thing was like, yay, Anna made Percy into a familiar. Oh, she's using him to speak. Oh, okay. Okay. What? And I'm just like
I thought it was a clever cheesing of the rules.
cheesing mouse. Ha ha. Anyway, but but yeah, it was. I cheesy jokes aside, frick.
Damn it, we're gonna die here.
We're just gonna die. We're just gonna die. Anyway, jokes aside, that was a very clever way to like keep Anna in communication with the party.
I had fun with that for sure.
Yeah, I definitely had fun with that.
Let's see. Favorite song that we've used.
Oh.
And you could say more than one. We ended up with like a top 5 at the end.
Okay. Okay, so
The main theme goes without saying, I feel.
Yeah, that goes without saying. I'm trying to find the title of it, but while I look for that, Rule No More in Eldraine. I love that. I still listen to that. Like it's
so
on
good.
like all my playlists.
It reprised during Skylights. Actually, I don't know if you caught it.
Oh, I didn't. Hold on. I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
listen to that again.
It was just the instrumental. It was played when Finn got the boss kill.
Nice. Hold on. Where was it? Oh, okay. It was Melody of My Dreams, that one royalty free one that we use for Perchance
For
to Dream.
honest scenes. Yeah.
Honest scenes, yeah. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I love that. It's so pretty.
The other one I will personally rep till the day I die because I still think it's really good. Shay pointed it out actually. All of the creepy music from Perchance to Dream was definitely
Yeah, that's true. That was just like a really good episode all around, like
in the
musically
music
too.
department. Yeah, I think my favorite episodes in the music department were the second part of Eldraine and because the second part of Eldraine had a couple musical beats that I was really proud of.
Yeah.
And Perchance to Dream for sure. Those two are definitely the most.
Yeah.
Let's see. Is there a choice your character made at some point that you kind of wish you knew the other way it could have gone?
I don't know.
I
That one's a tough one.
I feel like Andre specifically is vaguely confident in most of the choices she makes.
Yeah, that's true.
Like a lot of Andre's choices are based on her story and background, so I feel like the other options usually felt more out of character than like the other option.
Yeah, that's definitely true. She doesn't make any decisions lightly, so I try not to make any decisions lightly as her.
Yeah.
So like there's always a lot of thought going into like every decision that she makes, so she doesn't really
she doesn't really look back
credit
on
anything.
Yeah, she doesn't really look back on this. That's fair. And lastly, a scene you wish we had seen. A scene that you wish had happened.
Oh.
It was during that time I dumped what would have happened on Ravnica if life didn't get in the way of that arc.
Oh, yeah. I'm so sad we didn't get to see the end of Ravnica, but it's okay. Stuff happened.
We actually, during Rin and Rowan's one, we actually get to see Vel and Thorn show up one more time. Which...
Yee. I love them.
Then we actually babbled about Friends for a hot minute.
Friends. We still have to do
Perrin and Ashtai's wedding session. Yes.
Yes. But yes, friends are the friends are great. I love their sessions are so chaotic, but
God, can we tell that story?
But you know what? Let's tell that story.
So there's a session in the Friends campaign The third one we ever played together.
Friends 3 went down
As
in
it is-
history.
Oh yeah. I don't think I've ever seen a session go up in flames so fast. And
Yep.
it was so spectacular that we just kept playing in the fire, and it was great. I'll just say this. This is why you don't have an Orzhov character ever. Is what happened in Friends 3. This is what happened. And also, it was the first time Nick played with us, this guy. You know, what a great impression we left.
Oh, yeah.
Osh, broke down. Osh
She
just
did!
died.
My poor, poor baby.
It sounds like something awful happened. In all reality, it's just it's much more comedic than what you're thinking. It was so out of game, it was the funniest shit.
It was. It really, really was. Poor Ash just didn't know what to do with herself because everybody was off doing what they were doing, and she was just like,
pretty much. I thought it was a fun game though.
It was. It was super chaotic, but it was fun.
For sure. It was one of those games where you threw the rule book away 10 minutes in and just said, let's just play this out.
We didn't even make it 10 minutes with the rules.
You're right. We just had fun, I think, is the thing. It was just fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It is kind of hard to recover from a session like that, though, which is probably why we haven't done a Friends 4.
How do we follow that up?
Yeah, how do we pick up the pieces after that? Man.
I don't even remember how that ended. But we do have it recorded for ourselves, so I'll just listen to it
not
again.
Just for ourselves. This is my official plug. It's on our Discord server. We have the Me6 bot, and there's a particular command that if you find the command, it will link you to the audio for Friends. So that is my call out to the collective masses. Join the server, find the command, and enjoy 2 hours of utter bullshit. Also, you'll learn more about the Friends character.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do miss those characters a good deal, though. Mel is fun. Mel's a fun character.
He is.
Which is a thing to say because he is literally just another version of Caleb. Is and isn't that so much at the same time that it's fun.
Yep.
Mel is pretty much his own character, though.
Yeah. His name might be Caleb spelled backwards, but he's his own person.
Yeah, a much shittier person, but yeah.
Yeah. But oh well, we love him anyway.
Pretty much. Those were all my questions.
Well, I came unprepared and don't have questions, so
that's fair. Here I have the last couple.
Okay.
Your most rewarding experience behind the mic from Valhaven Studio. Just the most rewarding experience you've had during a session, or anything you're working.
Honestly, I think the most rewarding part of all of this for me has been watching all of our characters go from what they were in the beginning. Andre was Andre, didn't trust anyone.
Megan called her Sasuke.
Yeah. That did happen.
Megan called her Sasuke. That is where we started with Andre.
Yep, Andre gave off major Sasuke vibes.
And then now she's our good rogue friend.
Yeah, good rogue friend. She gives hugs. But also not just Andre, but Rowan at the beginning screamed at Andre for stabbing a kobold.
Yep.
she was very I'm not gonna say she was a scary cat, but she was very,
She was a coward. We know this.
yeah. I'm sorry, Shay. she
I feel like Shay
was
would agree.
that.
I feel like Shay would agree. I think that was the point.
Yeah, I know. And like seeing her grow into what she is now at this point in the story. And like all the other characters too. Like, oh my gosh, Caleb? Caleb
in
has
episode
grown
1
so
to
much.
Reignited was definitely a moment to think about. Is like where is like listening to episode 1, listening to Reignited. It's like night and day for that character.
Yeah. Like even Sorry, who like has always been the character who laughs and cartwheels everywhere, has seen like huge amounts of growth. Just like seeing her more serious side in Shadow of the Raven and stuff is like, sorry,
Yeah.
I love you.
There's every character, even Finn, for her little amount of time we've had her, is just grown
Yeah.
a bit.
She's come out of her shell so much already. And she's Cat, I just want to say I love you. I love Finn. I love Finn. And
Finn
Ambrose
is
too, even though he's
the
a
bane
brat.
of Andre's existence.
Yes. Just I don't know, just watching the cast and Caleb and all the growth and stuff that they've made throughout the story has been like super fulfilling. And yeah.
Definitely. I also want to say, I think the only character who we haven't seen tons of growth yet from is Anna, and that makes a lot of sense.
Because, you know, she was dead.
Yeah.
She
So
only
now
just came back.
Right, she's starting her journey, which is an interesting place to set up finale. Is like all of our characters are at a much better place, and you have Anna who's just starting.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that a lot.
I like that too, because like all of our characters are now equipped to help her grow.
Yeah.
Because they have grown themselves.
Yep.
So I think it pays off nicely.
I agree. Something you wish someone told you about podcasting when you started. Like if there was a person who, if they said it, you'd believe it and work with it 100% of the way. What is the one thing you wish you'd known? God, I just bit back the urge to just go into Hulu's to just go into that bit. Washington.
Oh yeah.
I had to actively.
You're valid, B. One thing I wish I'd known. Oh man, now I want to do it. Let me tell you what I wish I'd known when I was younger. I'm sorry. I had to. I couldn't.
Yo, it's fine. You're good.
Okay. So I think honestly, I would have wanted someone to at least give me a warning about scheduling hell.
Yeah, that is a real thing.
Like, goodness gracious. Like, I mean, common sense would say we're all like high school, college age students.
Right. And we've managed to be pretty good for the most part.
Yeah, but just
but there's been a lot of weeks where someone had to give up something, stay up late for it to go smoothly. And I mean,
yeah.
I think the unsung rule about it is like, yeah, it sucks in the week when you do it, but you know it's okay because you know the next week someone else might have to do it, and you know.
Yeah, that's true. We've, like you said, we've done a pretty good job of working with that and
yeah, and I think
getting stuff out on time.
I think the mutual sacrifice of it is what makes it bearable, you know?
Yeah. Because, like, one week I might have to miss a session or leave early, and then the next week maybe Livy does, or maybe Shay has to start late because she has homework. Like, it's just
real stuff, real shit.
Real stuff, yeah.
I think the closest we've ever came to a smooth, like, the smoothest we've ever done was the Small Terrible Dragon Boy.
Yeah. And I think
then that was a miracle because God, we were like, how the hell are we gonna do this?
Yeah. But I think part of it was like we had so much
Advance.
yeah, like we knew about it so far in advance that we could make sure that we had absolutely nothing going on at that time.
Right, for sure. Yeah. And that's just something we can't do with weekly podcasts.
Yeah.
We try to get like the day set up early in the week, you know?
But stuff happens.
Yeah, life just be that way. It's
It
also
do
why
just
we
be like that.
it's also why we because oh man, the weight off our shoulders.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So those are all personable ones. So we've been recording for like we started at 12:11, about half an hour.
Yeah.
So I mean, we can go for a little bit more maybe, but this is gonna be cut in like towards the end of the set of the thing. So I don't know how long we want it to be. So
How long did you guys go
I think
originally?
it's a longer for sure. It's definitely a longer one. But in fairness, that does make sense because we had a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
And I mean, you don't go into like a arc starting table talk session expecting 20 minutes of your time, you know?
Oh, absolutely not.
Like this, we are that it's a given. This is going to be a longer session. It's fine.
Yeah.
I will say though, a lot of the information that I gave during the recording, I'll give you as soon as we leave the bots. So.
Okay.
Okay, but I will say, if there's like, I don't know, because we don't get a chance to talk as us behind the, beneath the mask too often. So if there's anything you want to like throw out there, just like questions, just wondering, or just stuff you thought was, you know.
Mm. Dang, now I feel put on the spot.
No, it's okay if you don't have anything. Fine. I think the thing I wish I had mentioned earlier was like a big thing for us is represent. Like
Yeah.
that did not come up questions or anything like that, but I think it just felt like a right time to mention that like we're doing our best to keep Timshel a very open place, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
And yeah, there's some unique struggles that come with that, but it's always real.
I
don't know. Just felt like something I wanted to get out there.
Yeah, I mean, representation is very important. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I do think that we've done a good job, like portraying that, but not harping on it too much.
I agree. Yeah.
Because there is a difference between representing and like building your story around it.
And there's a place for both of those. It just depends on the story you want to tell, really.
Right.
Like, but again, for a place like Timshel, was more sensation of it than keeping it in the focus.
Yeah. Normalization of all of these issues is kind of our goal. So I think we did a pretty good job of that.
Yeah. And I mean, again, it's not that there isn't a place for stories where that isn't the main focus. I think it just depends on the story you want to tell.
Right. And for our story, we wanted to normalize it, and so we did that.
Yep. I think like one of the
Minimal
hardest characters, and I'm not intending this to be a pat in the back sort of way. This is just my take on something because it's come up more than once in the Discord server.
Yeah, go for it.
Anna's like arc was interesting because I most definitely did not want to make Anna's resurrection seem like a damsel in distress situation.
Fair, yeah.
And I mean, it has a similar set. A significant other of one of the major characters behind some sort of thing, and they have to go on some quest to rescue them. Granted, the afterlife is one hell of a tower, but like it became very important to me that wasn't who people thought Anna was, you know. So
Mhm.
like I guess I had to fudge a lot of like how ghost stuff works and how necromancy stuff works, you know.
Yeah.
But to me, it was more important that Anna was perceived as with volition, with choice, power in the situation, rather than me getting the rules of undeath perfectly right.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, that was my goal more so. Like I wanted Anna to feel like a person, not a. And if that meant I had to fudge the fantasy rule, the afterlife, whatever.
Yeah. The rules of the game are less rules than they are guidelines.
Yeah, and I don't know. Again, that's just where because there have been like 2 or 3 long-winded, not debates. They've been very friendly, but like you know things
Yeah.
about death and religion works and like that. And it's just like I think it's just hard to. It's like as a dungeon master, you're supposed to care about the rules and the story, so it's weird to see when you prioritize one or the other. You know.
Mm-hmm.
But like for sure with Anna, the goal is to make Anna a person more so than like make sure that B is staying 100% accurate to the afterlife.
Yeah.
Like that was just the bigger deal to me, I guess. So if there was something wrong with the ritual situation or stuff like that, then when I was writing it, it was the aim of making sure Anna had more. Anna was more wise, you know.
Yeah. I think we hit a nice balance with that.
Yeah.
It was
There was
really
definitely
good.
there was definitely stakes in that undead part, but it never felt like the damsel in distress. It felt like even where she was, she had power. It was more like she had the choice between like one state and the other, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, and I could be talking on my ass here. But that's kind of where I wanted to come from.
No, you're making sense. I get you.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's about it. And we'll wish you adieu.
All right.
Damn it.
Nice going, B.
I've been at this for a year.
It's all right.
I should know how talking works.